everyone, it is me, Tetra, developer for the game and well-renowned streamer, as many people know, and I'm here joined with Nog.
Hello, I'm Nog.
And today we're going to be doing a wonderful show match for you all. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. We're going to have some wonderful content creators join us for this. But before that, we're going to talk about what happened yesterday. We're going to recap on what's happened in the Due Process League.
Yeah, yesterday we saw some pretty fun games between Frogs and Last Minute. Last Minute did take that series 2-0 against the Frogs, winning. I think Frogs only took 6 rounds in total. It was 7-3 score for both games. Arise faced off against Green Dream, and they did not drop a single round against this team. They went 14-0, and they are looking like the best team going into these grand finals, certainly. And I'm very excited to see how this grand finals plays out. See who is crowned the king of preseason and which team you should be trying to take down going into this new DPL season. So winner of this tournament, I will say, as we lose Tetra here, he'll be back soon, I hope, their names will be placed in the kill dome on the screens, on the flags to celebrate the victor of this tournament. The glory that they will receive, playing in kill dome, you'll be able to see the celebrations of their victory all throughout the dome after this tournament is.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun, and we're here to have a lot of fun. You know, this isn't a serious competition, the show match, so it's gonna be interesting to see. We're gonna be hosting some giveaways for the game in the Twitch chat, but if you haven't already, there's one thing I gotta tell you, and it is buy Due Process right now.
Buy Due Process.
Buy Due Process.
Buy Due
It's
Process.
such a good game. Right there below, dueprocess.info is our website, and if you haven't, then you can check it out on Steam. Due Process, DUEPROCESS. There, I spelt it. That deserves at least one copy of the game. But come buy it. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. It's a great game. I thoroughly recommend it, and that's not biased at all. But we're just waiting on what. Shall we go to? Should we go to the teams? Should we show off some team play?
Yeah, let's see who's playing on these teams for the show match.
So we've got you know, some. What it is we've got some content creators mixed with some good, strong Due Process players and developers, and we've brought them from all around, mainly the Siege community, because we love the Siege community. But remember that it's all for fun. It's going to be great. But let's go back to a bit more of Arise versus Last Minute.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Arise's roster has, I believe there's 4 players on that roster that have the highest rank in the game. They are at the top of the leaderboards, the current best players in the game, most playtime, stuff like that. So going into this grand finals, I would say Arise is the favorites to win it. They took down Yakuza. I think it was only 2 rounds that Yakuza managed to get against them. I was considering Yakuza the second favorites to win this tournament after Arise, but after seeing how easily Arise was able to kind of dismantle both their attack and defense, they are looking very, very nice going into this grand finals. I hope Last Minute can keep up because they might just be out of time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very tough game. But I think we're ready to throw over to the rosters. Let's check out who's playing today in the show match. So now we have on the Cobb Team Cobb, we've got Cobb is Cool, who is an amazing R6 creator. Definitely go chill him out, check him out. Awesome guy. We've got Ronov, who is a wonderful another Siege content creator. He works very closely with Sneaky Thief, who they did a wonderful interview and videos about the game. We've got Rankster, who is another due process player. Wonderful guy. Lovely content. And we've got Jet, who, if you don't know, is the head engineer of the game and does a lot of work on it. Very, very good. And then on Team Bikini, we've got the wonderful Bikini Body, who is, if you didn't know, just awesome guy, hilarious. Go check him out. We've got Shads, who is another due process community member who made some wonderful videos. We've got Kangaroo Kenny, who is another Siege creator. Wonderful guy. Check him out. Jess Goat, she's amazing. She is another Siege creator. She does a lot of streams and does color casting. And then we have Bard, who was the original game director of the game. Really awesome guy. Gotta love Bard. And those are the two teams heading into the show match today. Really awesome people.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of the due process gameplay from a lot of these people here, but I do know Jet and Bards being, so embedded in the development and the creation of this game that I'm sure they will be the players to kind of be directing the rest of the people on these teams, and hopefully bringing them to victory. Unbiased caster standpoint, I couldn't tell you who's going to win this matchup. We'll see it through gameplay, and I'm hoping that we get some good gameplay. Of course, being Siege players and stuff, they have a knack and a mind for first-person shooters and sort of an attack defense style game. So I'm sure it will come easily to a lot of the people in these games to kind of direct and stuff. I'm excited to see the plans that these guys cook up, because they don't really know the meta of the game. They haven't seen a lot of these maps or anything like that. So it's going to be a lot of fresh stuff for their eyes. So I'm excited to see how they tackle a lot of these maps and strategies and stuff, and what equipment they use, that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think because so many of them come from Siege, it's interesting to see maybe what a Siege mind.
Absolutely.
Might bring to the table as a form of thought.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about which operators to pick, and they all get to play the same guy. So maybe that'll even make it a little easier for these players to jump in and just start stratting right away without having to worry about what kind of characters they want to bring to what map.
It's into game. I believe, though, we are having a substitute. Shads is being played is being traded out for Lacking. Lacking is a wonderful moderator that plays the game.
Quite an upgrade.
They're awesome. Really cool. So it's going to be interesting, because Lacking is quite good at the game. They are quite strong at playing the game. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting mix-up here.
I'm certainly excited.
It's going to be good.
I wonder if they'll end up using in-game chat at all. Because I believe we might be able to hear them, actually. I'm not entirely sure. In case you forgot, buy due process.
Buy due process. Guys, right now, buy due process. I need to start this giveaway. Everyone remember giveaway time. To join the giveaway, please just type I heart DP in the thing, and we will we'll call the thing at the end of the stream. We're going to be giving away 10 game keys and 10 DLC keys. So we're going to give away the whole package of due process, so you get some cool skins when you get the game. It's going to be fun.
Get to be blue.
You get to be blue. You get to be blue, and you get to have an
True.
I Heart DP backpatch. Like, that's going to be great.
I Heart DP, certainly.
I sure love due process.
Me as well. Hard not to. It's hard not to love DP, you know?
It is. It's quite hard to, yeah. It's quite hard not to love DP. DP is great. We are just still waiting on them to get into game. But in the meantime, why don't we go over what is coming forward potentially for due process? What tournaments are we expecting in the future?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, looking forward to the next tournament.
Yes.
I'm pretty excited for it. It'll be after the... Let me see. I want to make sure I'm getting everything correct. Yeah. We're going to do some 2v2 stuff, which I'm excited for. See players kind of change things up. We get a new look at some stratting and stuff. With it being a 2v2, we get a whole new set of maps that people have to play on, because, you know, standard process maps are not built for just 2 players to face off against each other. So we get some more compact maps and stuff, which Tetra is enjoying making these little baby maps. Probably a lot quicker than having to worry about a full map. Of course, Tetra, the main map maker of the game, praise be.
Yes, it is definitely a lot easier.
Yeah.
So we have the 2v2 tournament as we have our Swiss tournament coming up. That's the one to come up next.
True.
And then that will run for 4 weeks, and then we'll have a week break to do the 2v2 tournament. So come play then, because guys, it's definitely not going to be on sale very shortly before that. So come check out the game. It's going to be great. You only need to buy the copy for you and a friend, and then you can play in the fun old 2v2 tournament. It's going to be a singular weekend stint. Not much time to commit. It's going to be great. Come play G Process. I Heart DP.
I Heart DP. I'm also very looking forward to this Swiss bracket that we're going to get to see some of these teams face off over the course of a longer period of time. Be crowned sort of, I guess, a DPL champion, right?
Yeah.
Something along those lines. I'm very, very excited to get back
those lines.
Very, very excited.
I can see that the delay has now caught up, because I Heart DP is now being spammed in the chat. Guys, I Heart DP. Space or no space? Spaces on I Heart DP. But I Heart DP. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
Still awaiting them, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great fun.
I'm seeing password thrown into chats now, and Steam codes friend codes being shared on Steam through Steam. So I think these players should be all convening soon and jumping into game very, very shortly here.
I'm very excited. I think Bikini Body I think Team Bikini might take it.
Yeah.
That's my prediction. I think we might see
Team Bikini does look pretty strong, having Lacking and Bard, these very, very good due process players on them. Bikini, of course, you know, very good Siege player. I'm very interested to see how Team Cobb is going to do. I'm rooting for Jet, I gotta say. I'm rooting for Jet. I want him and Cobb, Ronov, Sneaky Thief, Rankster. I want them to take this game.
They are a good. That's a good mix of people there. It's gonna be a good amount of fun.
Yeah, and it being a show match, it could be biased, I suppose.
Be so biased. We can say who our favorite person is.
Yeah. True.
But as soon as we get in, I think we're gonna see. I think the Siege players will go for I feel like they'll go for the KR type guns. They'll want to go for those guns that they might, you know, sort of feel at home at with, you know, there are shotguns in Siege, but I feel like they're not as versatile as a due process shotgun. So it might be they might go for the automatic weapons more than a Lagros or a Tub.
Yeah. I'm curious how they're gonna adapt to the movement and stuff of this game, because Siege does you're able to move around and shoot and stuff, but it's not as quick paced as this one for sure. And there's no jumping in Siege, so you can't you know, if a Siege player playing this game sees someone jump around a corner and win a gunfight against them, they're gonna be like, oh my god, a very different game than what I'm used to. You know, I'm also curious to see.
And we should play more of it.
I doubt anyone's gonna try and melee holes into a wall or anything like that, or a shotgun or something. It would be funny to see one of these Siege players run up to a wall to put up a reinforcement or something, and then it not work. But you know, different game, different vibes. I'm sure they will understand very quick.
Yes.
Little
100%.
Little funny Siege muscle memory might show up a couple times, which I will be kind of looking out for.
100%. But I believe everyone is on a team now, so we should be queuing up shortly. Finally getting into the game. It's gonna be great. It seems like we can check the player numbers, the round numbers. It seems Bikini has 37 rounds to his name, 37 games to his name. So, you know, a bit of an advantage there, maybe. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
Are there any? I'm not.
There are.
I'm not privy to the information of game count yet. Is there anyone with 0 games?
We have some 0 gamers. Cobb is on 0 games. Kangaroo Kenny and Jesgoat are all on 0 games as well.
Nice.
But it's gonna be. I'm very excited to see this. It's gonna be a fun game to play.
New fresh minds, stratting and stuff.
Exactly. You know, who doesn't want that? But before the game starts, remember everyone, by due process.
By due process.
Type iHeartDP into the Twitch chat, and you will be put into a giveaway for the game and its DLC. And who doesn't want that? Hey, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want free?
Hey, and if you already bought the game and you still win the giveaway, of course, keep in mind you're getting DLC, which you might not have seen, so you can add that to your collection. Get some nice cosmetics for the attacker side for Argus, your Argus officers, and then, you know, hey, maybe that second copy goes to your teammate that you can join the 2v2 tournament.
Exactly. It's a win-win. I think there is not a single downside to it. It is a win-win.
I heard DP.
But we're ready to go.
Yeah, I see we're in game now.
We are in game, and we're ready to go. It's gonna be so interesting. I honestly cannot wait to see what the first thing. Now, what are the bets that a phallic image might be drawn in the first few seconds?
I was about to say, I think that's the first thing we're gonna see. I think that's the first thing we're gonna see. It is pretty common for new players to do things like that. But I guess with some of the more experienced players on the team, like Jet or Tetra, or sorry, Lacking. I don't know why I said Tetra. Or Bard, you know, they might be the voice of reason. They might be kind of doing the talking, and the other players might not be, you know, initially drawing too much. We are into the first map here. This Noble Excalibur wall charges going down on the dock. I've seen this map a few times before. Normally Toxic is kind of avoided by the attackers. Pushing over this grate here is very hard, especially with a barb here. Yep, like they are drawing. Like Bard is drawing. Oh, there's there's something on the map.
Finger? Is that a middle finger?
You know, it is phallic, certainly. Server's barb, pretty standard, I would say, for defense. And it looks like Jesgoat might be picking up this mop this first round. Or actually, I see it in Bard's hands now. But I think, like you were saying, most of these players are taking a more automatic weapon on the attacking side, at least. Sneaky Thief, Rankster have the AP, which is going to be more what they're kind of used to with high fire rate weapons from Siege. Renav on the Black Tar, Cobb on the shotgun on a factory map. Be kind of, you know, difficult with the long ranges that they have to fight over. So we'll see. We'll see how that works off. Probably going Cerber with that thing. We're going to execute. This blow is going to happen real soon here. Go. Okay. Now down to just 3 defenders, lacking on relatively low HP, so it'll be a little bit of a tougher time for him to win these gunfights, though he will get that kill on the door kick on Rankster. Oh, turn to spin, getting another kill there. Gonna get the third? No, Ronav will take him down before he can do more damage. And now suddenly, the defenders are in the advantageous position, lacking doing so much to bring them back into the power point. Bard full HP with the mop at the back of the factory here. Ronav down to, let's see, he's on just the 75, so 1 body shot from the mop is going to be enough to take him out, and that will do it. Bard with the final shot to seal the deal, ending the round. Defenders take it. Team Bikini winning round 1 despite Bikini going down with that auto shotty in the servers at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, I mean, what a first round. Really, Lacking did a lot of heavy lifting there. Was able to get a lot of opening kills.
Yeah, he got those 2 kills in office really quickly, and then also did a good amount of damage onto the third guy who managed to take him out, giving the other 2 teammates he had a very strong chance of winning that round there.
Yeah.
On now to the sledgehammer cresting. Bomb in a vault on this map, and Button all the way over here. So it seems like probably a crate's construction presence might be kind of good for the defenders. Mop drop down on the map again. Bard really likes that that weapon. It doesn't look like the attackers are interested in going Club, though I do think Club is a pretty decent flow. This bar can be kind of an issue with the backstage here, but with someone pushing into Hall with their kind of torching this window, going into Hall, taking this bar instead of pushing in through Club, I think it might be a little bit easier for them, actually. Full grain here from the attackers from Team Cobb. So it will be a little more difficult of a push than last time. I think they have more they have to go through. Pushing through this hall, through all these wall bangs that they could potentially face from office or from construction if a knack is brought. These walls are, of course, stone. Yeah, Club even a good amount of wall bangs here, but there's not a lot of defenders drawing in vault or anything hallway, and there's not even a barb placed on this door that the attackers are planning to run through.
We'll see what they can do, but I mean, Bard's brought the dawn. Strong thing. I believe they're putting Bikini in vault. I think that's the strat. Yes, Bikini's getting locked
with
inside of there. With the tub.
We don't see that very often anymore because the vaults are so small nowadays that having one person in there can be kind of detrimental towards the later side of the round because one flash will just clear it for the attackers. Yeah. But considering the button is kind of a good distance from the vault entrance, the defenders might be able to hold that and play with Bikini while he's in that vault.
So we see Jet torch open the window, and they've already shotgunned that fast. Jet is taking a real sort of leader position here as everyone else sort of funnels in. And Jesco tries with the morp, but doesn't. Oh no, does hit Sneaky Thief. And Jeff is going in. That's 2 kills for Jet. I told him to go easy, but he is letting it rip. Hard though with the dawn on the other side of this wall. Can he hit anyone with it? Apparently no, and Jet gets the 3rd. It is down to just Kangaroo Kenny, who is on the outside of this vault.
Kangaroo Kenny's on the opposite side of the map as the attackers now. They haven't pressed the button, so Vault is not open. He has the time to rotate again. AK at his feet, though. I don't know if he will pick that up. He's going towards the bar. Oh, he's going to turn around here, actually. Slow down quite a bit now for the attacker's side. They have a lot of util left, lots of flashes.
They open up the Vault.
They will take down Kangaroo Kenny. Now with Vault open, it shouldn't be too much of an issue to get in, especially with that shotgun. Ooh.
Oh.
Clean shots from Cobb on the Saber.
Bikini just taken out.
Yeah, clean sweep from the attackers that round.
Yeah, that was much different from the round prior. I think Jet sort of didn't take that first round lightly and wanted revenge.
Yeah. Taking out Lacking. Lacking swung the corner with the AK, but Jet was already so far up it that he didn't really have a chance to win that duel against that shotgun. Jet just filling his chest with that shotgun shot and taking him down very easily. Lots of util left on the side of the attackers too. They held onto a nade. Maybe not. Maybe they did blow the nade. I see it's gone. Well, maybe I'm making up that a nade was even brought. But they do have a molly. They have that torch they get to keep going to this next round. And it was, of course, I paid attention to the maps, so I will be able to tell you what map we are going into. Of course, not a kill house, obviously, because that was the last one we saw. And the first one being factory makes it so this next round is, of course, bank.
I guessed. I'm great.
Ironclad Archer. Tetra. We've seen a lot of this map recently, especially yesterday. It was played a couple times in the Frogs game. I'm curious on what your thoughts are, because I have lots of thoughts on this map, but I want to know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I think there's this goes with a lot of maps, but I think there's definitely a blow that everyone does. And I think for this map, it is that accounting blow.
Yeah.
The thing is people keep on doing it. It's the definition of insanity. It hasn't worked once, I don't think.
Yeah.
Everyone in accounting, there's too many rat spots. It just doesn't, it never works.
Yeah, clearing accounting is very difficult if a defending team has set up for it. They have so many angles from manager, from the lobby that they can swing off of. Someone can rat in accounting close with a shotgun or something. And then you also have this loans desk that you can kind of take cover on and peek through this door, get a super long angle onto the attackers pushing through. So I actually think that an adjustment of this being the standard blow is starting to become more prevalent. Last Minute did this against Frogs and it worked very well. You can get lobby control and push in through lobby door to get vault, which is maybe even a little easier to take vault control than just blowing accounting and going in there. Of course, this manager guy can be an issue later in the round with potential flank position and stuff. So clearing that is very important. But this wall charge onto servers makes it very difficult to defend. You can get flashes over the server walls on the interior and flash spots that defenders can be playing in very, very easily. They do have charges.
Yeah,
it looks like they are going accounting.
We'll see them just get mowed down.
Yeah, it is only two there.
Very successful.
3 being at the entrance, so it's going to be a heavier entrance presence for sure.
They flash and fail a Molotov, the attackers in green. And they're pushing into that accounting. I don't think they see Kenny. Kenny is behind 2 of them. Oh, but Rankster takes him out. That could have been crazy if he got that off. But Lacking, putting some shots down. It seems like Cobb's also trying to wallbang with that Saber.
Yeah, they have accounting control.
They do. They have what is the hardest part of this map, probably. But Lacking a Bard, putting some Igmar damage down. Ronov with a Dawn. Let's see if he can do anything. He's crouching. Making his way up, and Cobb takes out one with the Saber. Oh my god, what a shot. Smoke goes out. Rankster on that flank hold. They're connecting now. Rankster's kicked that door. Bard takes him out with the Igmar. Jet doesn't get the trade, and Jess puts some Gruber damage into Jet.
Yeah. It's down pretty low now, just at 45 HP. How about the Saber makes it a...
Goes through. You get him? Cobb is not able to take out Bard there. They've gained server control. Ooh. Sneaky and Jess and Jetford go down. Ronov. We're down to 2v2 here. Bikini with the AK, Bard with the Igmar. Yeah. Sneaky pushes into server.
Down on HP here. They do have a flash on Cobb, so that'll make it a little bit easier, but he has the Saber.
Learning
that
he doesn't realize. Bikini gets him! Oh my gosh.
What a spot from Bikini. No one knew he was there.
Saber. Can he do anything? I don't think so.
Not a lot of time either.
30 seconds left.
20 seconds until he can start touching this bomb.
Bikini doesn't realize, but he still takes him out.
Cobb only getting one shot into Bikini there at the end. Bikini had a great position in Teller. He rotated out of servers and the attacker in servers pushed through trying to find him. Didn't find him. Didn't check that corner, leaving the door, and he got shot in the back by Bikini, who had a good spot. Saber on that map, I think later in the round made it a little bit difficult for Cobb to really be able to support his other teammate. He didn't have a gun for that close range fight or anything.
No, he was left quite dry in that final situation.
Noble Excalibur, we are back to this factory map. Side swap has come through, and it looks like Team Bikini wants to just do the same kind of thing. Maybe not. They write it off now, but Lacking saying Office is very strong, Sorting and Dock is very strong. It's a very difficult position to kind of diffuse if the enemies have Office and Sorting control. Again, we don't really see a lot of blows on these red doors on this factory. It's mostly just green takes. There's so many long range line of sights that you have to push in from this red door towards the north of the map. And despite them, they're double charging. Actually, kind of am interested to see how this plays out for them. A charge on both of the red doors, I say, don't normally get blown. Jet riding a Flogel on the map there, so we'll see if that is successful. So 3 barbs coming down. Yeah, this barb here is going to be very, very crucial for slowing down the attackers and trying not to let them get power. But with that north side of the map open, it might be a little more difficult for the defenders to play for Toxic and stuff. Of course, this is a big investment of 2 charges round 1, so they will only have that wall charge remaining for the other 2 rounds. So they're probably thinking either on that kill house or that bank that they're not going to charge. I'm curious which one they end up doing. I imagine they're going to want to save wall charge. Well, bank doesn't seem too bad to do green, actually. Going and execute now. I'll focus on this map again. Lots of scribbles and stuff, and they are going to do this double charge. I'm excited to see how it works. Run out. Hopefully he doesn't die to this charge. Yeah, that was very close there. Yeah.
I think Jet has taught him what a Flogel Barb is. I think Ronov is on Flogel Barb duty here.
I actually like them running past this top red door and blowing Toxic first, because now it's going to make the defenders think that they're not going to blow this door.
Yeah,
it's still ready.
Oh, but Ronov is he ready for the Flogel?
Yeah,
He's got it down. There we are. Molly comes out on Toxic, but Bikini's on the other side of it. Bikini gets taken out by Sneaky Thief. Oh, Bikini completely out of position there. But Bard's got a Saber, and he's ready to use it.
Bard has a
Lacking
Saber. He's
trades.
got a good long angle.
And we've got Jet. He's fed in some shots through that top, getting ready for someone to come by. Ronov, I think, is about to take a duel here with Bard. Let's see if this goes well. Oh, but he just doesn't. Lacking has a lot of space. Shooting. Ronov takes him down. Ronov from behind, though, is getting attacked by Bard and Kangaroo Kenny. He somehow got away with that.
Another flash on him.
Flashes are just coming out. Ronov goes down, but it's down to Jet from Rankster. Jet goes down. It's just down to Rankster now.
Just Rankster.
The Gruber.
Gruber's pretty nice weapon. There's one player on the attacking team is low. I would say it's possible. They got to get to bomb. They have only 23 seconds left until they can start touching it. They're there now.
They know where he is. Oh, they know where he is now.
Oh, good diffusing spot. It's going to be kind of difficult.
Oh, and Kangaroo Kenny takes him out with that black top. Good round there.
I like that. Yeah, I like the attacker's strategy. I like them opening that door late to get barred on it with the saber. He managed to take out Sneaky Thief with a couple of nice placed shots. And just playing back in that section of the factory was so difficult with that door open. They could push in so quickly to take him out.
Yeah.
It was a good split. I like that. I liked to see that map. Of course, it was 2 charges being used to make that happen, so quite a big investment on that map. But going to this kill house, yeah, I would say so. Up 3-1 now for the side of Bikini Bodhi. We're back on this vault map now, which perhaps will be charged. Perhaps they're going to try a similar strategy to the defense. Of going this green. But lots of art, lots of drawings down by club, so that might be the place that they are focusing on for this blow here. Tetra, did you like the full green push from Team Cobb on this map?
I thought it was a good push. I think Jet definitely put the effort in, and I think that definitely made the round. I think if Jet wasn't there, it might have gone differently, but it definitely was a good risky play. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, normally pushing through that much or having to run that far on a green push through such a tight corridor with all those wall bangs is a lot more difficult, but Jet was just so fast that they couldn't really slow him down before he did all that damage. Wall charge and 2 nades coming out on this map. So a lot of util again being used for the attackers here. They're going to be down to just their torch to deal with the barb and to open doors after this round. If they do use both of these nades. But they really want this club control. They think it's the most important spot to have control of, which makes sense considering that is where the vault door opens into. Defenders are playing not too much in club. It looks like more towards the northern side of the map to try and defend this button rather than defend the vault door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think teams definitely have to make that decision on a vault map. Cobb's going to die here, I think.
Oh, it was very close. He's now learning that barbed wire can't be placed in front of those red doors as it is destroyed before his very eyes.
Oh, but he's put some damage out, to be honest, on Bikini there. Got his LS ready. Oh, but the nade's going to come out. He's going to die to the nade. And the nade goes out, killing him. What a grenade. I mean...
Yeah, that was a great throw.
Wonderful throw. Blacking is pushing up here very fast. Molotov goes out, but it's not enough to stop Blacking. And Kangaroo. Jet trades. Oh, but Kangaroo gets him with the DL. Down to 2 on the defense. One with a tub. They see him, but he's able to get 1, but dies to someone on stage.
We're now taking him out there with the black tar. Another Rankster V3. I think it's the same 3 as last round, actually.
And he just got shredded.
Yeah, and in a very similar matter, he is just put down.
We've got some teabagging going on from Jesco.
Oh, no.
She's getting in their heads.
Cool. Yeah, win that mental game, too. Now up to a 4-1 lead for the side of Bikini Body's team.
Yeah.
Very strong lead. Yeah. Especially since they used so much utility in these last 2 rounds. They actually still have a grenade left. They didn't use the second grenade they brought, so they'll have that for the next round. They'll have the torch. So I imagine they're going to be playing towards maybe either security, torching those spinning doors so that they can get through much easier, or they're going to be playing in through Teller and nading deep into that server's room on the bank to kind of clear it out. Clear the barb and maybe get some heavy concuss on the people playing in there.
Yeah. But the thing is that the defense knows that though. The defense knows they're coming green, so it's gonna be hopefully a strong positional setup on that green.
Yeah, we'll see how many of these crossfires they set up on for this green door. I do hope that they have been tracking it well with Jet there. I'm sure he will be able to vocalize what utility is left for the attackers. Yeah, they have that nade already dropped on the entrance before the defenders have even placed a barbed wire there, which I'm sure they will. Yes, the teller door lacking already drawing all the angles they have to worry about. This guy can swing here to watch this. There's a guy that can sit security to calm because you cannot shoot through the glass into the security. Manager is also a very good position. You can sit on the back of this desk and get a really long angle with a kind of a head glitch. And then also accounting, you can have a good angle too. So really, the defenders could just sit with all 5 watching into lobby effectively, forcing the attackers to run into all these crossfires here.
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough... I think this bank specifically has a lot of good angles onto that green door for defense. So it's going to be really hard for them to take it. But we've seen some trash talk coming from Cobb, saying that Cobb's team has let them win those 4 rounds. So we'll see if that gets in their head, if we see a 7-4 sweep incoming. But
yeah, it would be very exceptional to see them take the 6 rounds in a row now. 14 Cobb.
I believe in it. It seems like they've got Jet on the auto. I think Jet on the auto. Is he setting up in entrance? He's not. But we might see Jet in the corner. Oh.
It does look like maybe the defenders only had that 1 barb left. I had not been counting barb this game. They only have the 1 on the map. No, in inventory. So.
I don't think they know that they're forced
watching accounting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked like it was fully
understood. Smoke goes out.
Yeah, good.
And now sneaky ranks are completely sort of blocked off line of sight wise. Bikini. Very close with that shield. He's actually using the shield. He's blocking some Cobb shots while Bard tries to kill Cobb. The torch is coming out for that barbed wire.
They're not even going to nade it. They're going to save the nade.
Oh, but Cobb with the
torch too.
Lacking trades, which is always good. It's always good to get traded.
Yeah, Cobb was taking very brave gunfights there with the Legros versus the Saber.
So brave.
Of Bard. And he managed to
Flash goes out. Lacking's pushing it on the right-hand side. We see Bikini with... Oh, Ronov is able to take out Bard. Rankster on the other side. Is he able to do anything? Nade goes out inside security, but Ronov doesn't die to it. Kenny is inside. And he takes out Ronov. Jet's behind him with the auto, and he takes him out. We're down to a 2-man on attack. And Ranks is able to take out 1. It's just Bikini now with a shotgun. The last player is the shield player. Can he do anything? He cannot. That's 2-4.
Beautiful. Really well played by the defense there. They played those crossfires well. They forced the attackers to play into that entrance very slow with the frag that Cobb got onto Jescoat while the barb was being torched. So it really slowed down their push, and it allowed a lot of defenders who were playing towards red doors that couldn't have been blowed that round to rotate back and support the team there. So honestly, very, very impactful frag from Cobb at the beginning of that round. Ooh, I'm glad we get to see a C-store. And of course, you know, they did say, Cobb, you know, his team, they said, we gave you those 4 rounds. And it seems like they are showing that with that kind of convincing win of that last run there. Utility has been reset as we go into a new half, new maps. We're on Bishop Brutus. Wow. This is I don't know that I have seen this map before, actually. I like this wall charge that they have in a bathroom, but pushing into that bathroom is going to be probably pretty difficult with this teller door. They could get a barb down here and spam that door. They could have someone sitting in the stalls, that's what they're called, to shoot as well. Maybe auto shotty hit in there or something. This wall charge will give them bomb control very, very quick and force the defenders to kind of play maybe even through bathroom or get a molly down deep to kind of cut off that diffuse. But, you know, if defenders do barb this storage, if they do barb this arcade, then it's going to slow down their rotates to get flanks and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they have a charge placed on the shed
here.
For the side of...
Are they going to go for another double blow first round?
They very well could. They could have just talked about it and then decided not to do it and haven't really removed it or anything, because all of the util is kind of drawn out in that bathroom there.
Yeah, they're definitely going for that wall charge. And they need to
there's
worry
that-
about that teller hole, though.
Yeah, the teller hole could be pretty devastating if they defuse in the wrong spot. You might be able to get an angle through it. Would be kind of tight, I think. They might be able to get out of the way before you can kill them if they're getting body or arm shots through that hole. We'll see.
It
Power
seems like they
going
are
off
blowing sheds.
here. They are blowing shed. Wow.
Playing
I'm
lights
surprised.
out. This is-
Rankster might die to this charge. Oh, that was so cool.
Oh! He does die to it. What a kill. Awesome kill. Cobb tries with the morph. Can he get a shot off? He cannot in time. He bodies Bikini Body, I believe. And Ronov. Oh,
Kills.
Bikini's going crazy. And they're just
Wow.
down to one person now. They're down to
Yeah,
Jet.
just
This is
Jet
an
now.
absolute wipe.
He's got a really strong spot though with that door into that barb. Storage is also barb both sides, so it's very hard for these guys to push out here, especially with the shotgun watching. Well, Jet moved right as that door was kicked. That is a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
They might still end up using it. Might save it though. Nice, there's
Oh,
one.
Bikini goes down. Can Jet get what?
Bard?
If Bard goes down, it's down to just Lacking and Jess. Oh, and Jess goes down, and it's Lacking versus Jet. Lacking is about to lock in. Lacking cannot let Jet win this. He gets the ace here. He's got the ace! It's Jet with the tub ace!
Damn!
Oh my
what
gosh.
clean play! Phenomenal tub play from Jet there. He is the tub
What a
guy.
tub
A
play.
lot of people consider. He's revolutionized the game with the tub gameplay, and
Absolutely.
revolutionized that round with. I think it was it a 1v5 clutch.
I believe it was, yes.
That's kind of
And-
crazy.
Bard has accusated Jet. That's I'll check his PC afterwards. We'll check.
Yeah,
check
we'll
if
look at the
he's-
logs for sure.
We'll look at the logs.
This is a familiar map. Supremacy Fortuna. A perch take. Generally very ill-advised, I would say, for the attackers. There's so many places defenders can watch you from to get these crossfires, especially with a barb right here. It's really easy to slow your push down and force out utility early in the round. Observation has strong positions for defending the bomb as well, and especially if you're up in ruins. So if the attackers decide to go north side of the map, you have good cover, you have good places to play around. If they decide to go south side, you have good cover, good places to play around. So yeah, and there's that line that Lacking drew here, which a lot of people tend to do this. I really don't like it. Basically, every time I see this push, it gets shut down super hard by a defense. But you know, with players that haven't played together a lot and can be kind of new to the game, even it might be a little bit easier to abuse some of their miscoordination and get in on that perch. But the line was removed. There's that bar being placed by the defenders. I think Bard said he wants to go beach, so maybe they'll end up doing just 5 beach here and trying to play towards the north side. Again, pushing in through pit to get into obs is kind of difficult because you have to walk so far to get to the steps that lead in through the same door. You could do kind of this thing here, but then again, you're going into perch, which is again ill-advised. I don't personally like pushing perch as an attacker here. It's very, very difficult. So yeah, looks like a full green from the defense or from the attacker side. They did use 2 charges last round, so it makes sense that they want to eat good.
It seems like Ronov and Sneaky are not going to let them get this free for free. We're going to see a absolutely firing squad of people lined up here. Ronov with the Igmar. Sneaky with the Gross. I don't know why the whole team is rotating around. I think they've all gone the wrong way. They seem to be on the red door, but not going for it.
Yeah, this
There's
could be a fake out.
miscommunication.
They could be
No,
trying to
that's true.
trick the defense into rotating.
That's true. Ronov,
doing a big
Ronov and Sneaky
loop.
have both rotated off from that.
And yeah, it does look like Ronov rotated off, so there won't be any line of sight onto that beach when it is kicked. So if that was the plan of the attackers, it worked well. If it wasn't, that mistake played to their advantage.
Definitely. It seems like they're taking their time inside. Sneaky is set up right here. He's got a Molotov. Molotov goes out, slowing down that eastern door onto it. But Lacking takes that runoff, and it's Jet here with the Igmar. Bard trades for Jetford's kill on Lacking. And it's down to a 4v3 now, favoring the attackers. Cobb with an AKM. Is he ready to do anything? Oh, there. Cobb's been flashed. Is he able to get Bard here? He's not. Ooh. Jess is able to take him out.
Yeah.
Some good team play there. But Jess does kill Bikini. It's a good team play
this
up
round
until
seemed
then.
a little too easy for the attacker there. wanted to give the defenders a little bit of a chance. Damn, that was a full mag dump into the back of Bikini Muddy. That was really funny.
Sneaky is using these obs cameras though to his advantage.
Yeah. Does have an extinguisher, so maybe he could play around that. But now they can see him. Really hard.
Can he win on time here? He's got 3 seconds. They need to get a bomb. 2, 1. And that's time. I don't think they have time to defuse. Will we see Bard clutch up here? This
so
could
close,
be a very close defuse. Oh!
2%
Milliseconds on the defuse.
Wow.
98% I think that got to. That was a close round. And somehow, Cobb's prediction of the 7-4 is coming to fruition.
Yeah, it's
back
it's
to
still
4-4.
possible. Possible 4-4 here now. Yeah, that's 3 rounds in a row for him.
Yeah, it's looking quite good now.
Of some good slowdown. Honestly, you know, the attackers running around the map before entering lost them that round. They didn't have the time to get on the site to start that defuse.
Yeah.
They might have drawn the attention of the defenders away from Beach, but ultimately they ran out of time. Onto this Red Fox now, Red Fox map, which I haven't seen in a good while. Most people like to blow storage or to blow dock to get long angles into deep sight and that sort of thing with a presence on green pushing into server. Server has a lot of angles you can get crossfires from the dock play with, and there is a torch going down there. But storage also sometimes played the power up in office there. It looks like they're going to go for a power push on the side of the attack and then play down from north to south on this map with that window. This office window can't see too much onto site. It can only really stop this rotate from server farm, which defenders probably at the point that the attackers have control of office aren't really going to be playing through. But with this Saber down on this dock, with that shutter open, it's going to give a lot more space for the attackers to work with and a lot less space for the defenders to take comfortable cover behind.
Wonders.
Very, very big open space with not a whole lot of cover, honestly. That center conveyors has a few boxes and things, but that is, you know, really about it for being comfortable in this map. Saber can basically see everything else from where he is. I guess there is this forklift in the way, so that'll block some of, you know, people playing closer on dock maybe. But still, big line of sight.
Seems like they are going for that storage blow though.
Yeah, I do like this.
Yeah, it's a great blow. It definitely is the strongest one. That office is absolutely deadly if you gain control of it.
Yeah, I think having a Saber south side map is really required. Shut down sort of deep late sorting plays and stuff like that. Ooh,
oh, and Lacking with an amazing kill on Rankster. I think the defenders are now worrying and scurrying. We see the torch come out on south side dock.
Great molly.
And a wonderful molly. Oh, that's actually not done that much damage, but it's definitely displaced them a lot.
Lacking didn't even get touched by it despite running past.
Power is off. That torch is about to come out. That torch is just a countdown to when damage is about to happen. And Bikini's got that off. Can Bikini see anyone? sadly, the conveyor's in the way of that, and he cannot see anything. And Lacking is just going mental there. Kenny's able to pick up one, and Cobb versus Jess on that auto. Lacking with the 3. Oh, and what? I mean, they definitely have seen the last 3 rounds and gone, right, it's our time to shine.
Yeah. They stopped messing around. There wasn't a team kill that round. They focused on shooting the enemy, killed the enemy, and have now, or are now, defusing the bombs that round. The office play working well for the attackers there, especially with that south side open. There was a lot of close range weaponry on the side of the defense. It looked like there was a tub on Jet. There was a auto shotty on Cobb. So, you know, they have to play very specifically in factory, or they can't really do much for their team with close range weapons.
Yeah, that was such a strong play from the attacking side. That looked like a proper DPL team executing there.
Mm-hmm. It really did. It really did. Back onto this map now. The 1v5 clutch from Jet. We'll see if he can do it again. But it'll be interesting to see what Team Cobb decides to do for the attack now. They have been on defense for a long, long time at this point. They had the 6 rounds in a row. So now they're deciding that they want to blow into Teller instead of blowing on the bathroom like the team Heaney had written up. They want to open the Teller. They want to get in through entrance. We'll see if the power gets shut off by the defenders. It might be dropped or turned off at the beginning of the round to prevent a Teller open or an entrance open. Cobb on the Saber is written out. The map, it looks like.
He's ready.
Had that in his hands himself. Already in the attacking side, the initial attacking side that they had at the beginning of this game, and he was looking pretty good on that thing. Only single charge for the defenders. They're going, or sorry, attackers for Team Cobb. They're going to push all in through storage with just the one guy out entrance. So we'll see if they get. Molly could come down to just absolutely destroy their push here, just slow them down so immensely, get a lot of damage as they're pushing in. But this wall charge was not drawn out or looked at by the defenders, so
yeah,
they might not be expecting it. Someone might die to it if they're close enough.
I think Kenny might if he's playing Teller, he could die here.
Yeah,
it's a good
play.
Auto
shotty too. That would be very, very good for the attackers to take out that auto shotty.
Completely clears out that clears out that east side with the wall charge, and then obviously opening up Teller completely clears up entrance and lets Cobb do his thing, really.
No one is on power.
Can he die here? Oh, he's sort of he's sort of going back and forth that corner.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
If he goes back at the wrong time, he will get punished for that, definitely. It's set. And he takes a bit of damage for it, but Jetford's able to kill him. Lacking gets sneaky. And Cobb, here comes Cobb. Cobb gets one, Jetford gets one. It's down to Bard and Lacking. They're both in combat currently, but they're sort of back-to-back action moving right now. And Lacking goes for that telehole. He's able to pick up Rankster. Cobb needs to push in here, I think, with his team.
Yeah, Lacking is full HP. Cobb doesn't have line of sight onto that arcade door, nor does he really into Freezer where these two people are playing.
Oh, Lacking
Jet goes down. 2v2.
This is very winnable for the defense now.
Yeah, one of the attackers does have a Saber, so being in close quarters with that thing is going to be a little bit more difficult. Lacking with a tub now. He dropped his AK.
Ronov, I think, might be able to pick up Bard here. Or pick up Lacking. Oh, he just looks away at the wrong time. Lacking is on for a tub ace here as well.
I know, it's going to be the reverse of the Jet round, of the previous round. Another ace on the side of the defense.
Got 15 seconds. A Saber and a Dream. Baiting out a shot. He might get Bard. He gets Lacking. Can he get Bard? I don't think he expects another one in the exact same position.
6 seconds.
5.
Gonna have to start tapping here. Oh, he won't have time.
Oh, and that's such a shame. That was a good attempt from Cobb, but just
Ooh, great
so
molly
close.
too.
Oh, wonderful molly to end it out. I mean, what a play there. Really, really good. Really, really clean. It swayed so much that round. We saw Attack do such a wonderful job at taking out everyone, and then Lacking was able to get more kills and even it out. And it just got down to that final 1v1 at the end.
Mm-hmm. Very well played from Lacking. Very well played from Lacking. Back to Dome now. 6-4 is the score line. The last time we saw this map, the defenders won by like less than a second. So we'll see if the attacking squad of Team Cobb is able to execute a little quicker on this map. Already drawn out of the line into Perch, which does make it seem like a faster execute, but no, I gotta say, I hate that Perch push. It just seems so difficult to get damage down onto the defenders and trade back the damage that they can do to you in that position. I do like Pit a lot more. A double charge potential for this map could be something like this, which we have seen once before, maybe on a stream. That might have been the charity tournament. I saw that. But this is something that I like if you're willing to spend the 2 charges. Of course, the wall charge is gone for the attackers, so they can't actually do that. And they do have the charges down on this red door of the Perch. So a bit of a difficult push for the attackers here. Especially into Bard on the Saber on the defensive side. I don't know how much ammo he has. He has 2 full mags on that Saber. So that is a lot of, he could kill potentially every attacker twice if he hit only headshots. So very strong guns in position for the defenders. 3 Black Tars coming out from the attacking side. 1 shotgun on Cobb, and then Jet with the AP. They do have a nade, so they'll be able to at least get rid of that barb, but later on in the round, they'll have to deal with any barbs that are placed on that observation, and they'll have to push through that without destroying them first.
Yeah, but we see we've got Bikini and Kenny set up on this green door. Sneaky, I think, is about to be. But the red door goes up. They don't have
the grenade with them in the.
Oh, Jess gets absolutely blinded there.
Perch push.
She's got a tub, but can she do anything with it? Let's find out in a second. Oh, Lacking is able to get Jet as Jess turns around. Great team play there. Molotov goes out.
Lacking has on that barb is just so rough to play through.
Runner falls into Pit.
Oh no, that was their grenade.
It's a 2v5 here. This looks like it's about to be game. Bikini versus Sneaky. Sneaky's able to take him out. And I think Rankster's going to go join Sneaky. Oh, but Kenny takes out before Rankster can join Sneaky. And I think this is, unless Rankster can do magic here, we're about to see 7-4 win.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of time too. He needs to kill 4 defenders and defuse in 35 seconds. Or get to bomb and start defusing in 35 seconds.
I believe in him. This is about to be the greatest clutch Due Process has ever seen. Kenny peeks him. Oh, and Kenny's able to take him out. I mean,
yeah, good timing on that swing.
What a great match. Really well played from everyone. Just really, really good. And
I agree. That was fun. It's good to see some other Mayans touch this game, especially coming from a more siege-heavy background. Of course, it did seem like Lacking and Jet were doing most of the leading in the in-game leading for these players, but I'm sure a lot of their ideas came out. I wonder if that double charge on that factory might have been one of their ideas to switch things up. Try that instead of going for that dock push. Ultimately, it was very fun. Congratulations to Team Bikini for winning that. A confident 7-4 I believe.
Yeah, very confident. I mean, the first few rounds we saw were very, very confident. He was, you know, everyone was doing a lot, and Cobb and Co were able to claw back at a lot of those rounds. It was quite surprising how that all happened.
Yeah, Cobb, very well played, very well handled the saber as well. That sniper. There were a couple times where towards the end of the round he was kind of alone with that saber, which made it a little more difficult. But overall, he handled that thing exceptionally well, I would say.
Yeah, it was definitely a game that will be looked upon from years to come.
Yes, that was a fun show match. We're going towards the grand finals now of this tournament.
It's grand finals time
soon. Pre-season tournament. So, you know, I might need a mental reset to get in the right headspace for these fucking these exceptional players smashing heads in this best of 3 we have today. Oh yeah. Oh, I really hope it's not a 2-0. I really hope it's not another 2-0. That would
I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be a very close game.
Yeah. I'm hopeful for that as well. Of course, I think Lacking will be playing today. I would assume that he is playing in this grand finals with Arise, as he is one of their star players. I say when every member of that team could be considered a star player, honestly. I'm curious to see what the roster ends up being for last minute here. They have a good group of players that they've been kind of switching out throughout games, so we'll see what the core five that they end up going with today will be, and vice versa for the side of Arise here real soon.
Yeah, it's I think no matter what, Arise's team is gonna put in a great effort and is gonna really show why they are potentially the best team in the game currently.
I mean, they do seem to have some of the best players, considering so many people on the roster are in that are topping the leaderboards of the game right now.
Yeah, they are so strong, and it's not just the players as well. They do have great communication together. They've been playing together for such a long time that it really shows that they've been playing together for a long time. Some really great comms coming out, and I think last minute, well, judging by the name, definitely are a lot weaker on the comm side. So it's going to be exciting to see what happens.
Yeah, I think that will be the difference of this game. I think a lot of these players are skilled, equivalently skilled with gunplay for the most part. So it will kind of come down to team coordination and executes, is how I see it in this grand final match. 100%.
It's going to be a close match. I mean, what a great way to kick off the grand finals. We had some wonderful people. Go check them out if you haven't. Really, really fun. And yeah, they're just great people. And we thank everyone for coming on. It's been a wonderful match. But I'm very excited about this finals. So it's going to be a close one, I think.
Yeah. I think, unless you have anything else to say, Tetra, maybe one more time. I love DP by due process.
I heart DP in it. Download, buy the game. We're giving away 5 codes now, and then 5 codes at the end of the stream. So come join. I heart DP to join the giveaway. But I think we shall be back for the grand finals in a bit. I have been Tetra.
I'm Nog, and I will continue to be Nog for the rest of these grand finals. I'll see you again soon.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Enjoy.
So hello everybody. Welcome back to Due Process League, and today we got a big one for him, Nog.
Oh yeah, we do. A monstrous sized one, if you would be so kind to say.
Yeah, I'm expecting some really crazy stuff today, and I don't know if I'm ready for it. I know we got a little bit of excitement in the show match, getting to see a couple new things here and there with some new faces, but. And jumping into this, we know all about it. We know the history. We know the players. We know what they're going to bring to the table. And I want to talk about these stats real quick because these guys are looking kind of insane. And just looking back on last week for last minute in terms of KD, man, our whole team looks pretty clean with it. I don't think there's one player that's down there, bottom feeding. And man, this is really exciting. And like we said, we got last minute versus Arise. Am I correct? Pretty big game.
That is indeed correct. Last minute is facing off against Arise here in this Due Process Due Process League preseason grand finals.
There we go.
Took me a while to get there.
A lot of big words.
Yeah, phenomenal players on both teams. I think you were saying that you are favoring last minute coming into this finals match, where I'm actually the opposite. I think Arise is going to take it here. But I mean, these players, everyone that we're going to see today, are brilliant. Exceptional with the weapons, exceptional with aim and gunplay, very good brainers as well. They've all been playing this game for such a long time that they know it. They know it like the back of their hand. They eat, breathe, and sleep Due Process. These guys are just incredible. And here, how about we go over the rosters that we're going to be seeing today from the side of last minute.
Take a little look-see real quick.
From the side of Arise. Here, I'll let you do the last minute one because you seem to be favoring them in this.
My boys over here on last minute, they're kind of going crazy lately. We got Roach, the Ratmeister. We got Dots. He likes to sit in corners with shotguns and jump on your head like Mario. We got Sinister Loaf. He's the boy nobody wants to fuck with, but excuse my language. Nobody wants to mess with, but they're gonna mess with. They're gonna find him sitting in these little corners. We got Photon, who we got to catch up with in a little game here last week with me and Troy. That was pretty fun. And then we got someone subbing in here, a new name. Looks like he's subbing in for Nomad, which is kind of a surprise because Nomad was kind of frying. That guy looks like he needs to be on this roster for this game. But it's like High Squash is subbing in here for Nomad. But yeah, man, I think this last minute team looks really nice. Why don't you go ahead and
wow,
tell us about Arise over here?
I mean, first things first, talking about this Arise team. Juker. We got Noon. We got Brody. We got Zigolo. All four are in the top 6 leaderboard players of the game. They've been grinding. They've been playing so much. They're the highest rank. Zigolo, of course, the #1 ranked player. Noon, #2. Brody, #3. My gosh, these guys love this game, and they are oh so good at it. Last week yesterday actually, I'm getting behind myself. Yesterday they played off against Cream Dream, this Arise team, and they didn't drop a single round. It was 14-0 sweep in a best of 3. Phenomenal looks from this team. They're so well coordinated. And oh my gosh, it looks like we are already able to get into game here to start this grand finals.
Ooh, we're jumping right in. There's no time to talk. There's no time to glaze. It's only time to see these boys make their plays. Go ahead and jump right in here.
Before we jump to the game, don't forget iHeartDP in the chat for the giveaway. Of course, game
DP.
keys.
I love,
of course,
some
the
DP.
DLC that comes with it. You can also buy the game on Steam. It is available now, or you can go to dueprocess.info. Check us out there. See how you like the game. Maybe hop on. I certainly hope you do.
I think it's pretty nice. I'm gonna jump into some DP later tonight, if you know what I mean. We can get right into it.
We are certainly jumping in right now to this game. We'll get it pulled up here for y'all in just a second as we are in the loading screen. with a beautiful, beautiful bank to start us off in this grand finals matchup. Last minute versus Arise.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, not to do too much glazing, but from what I saw at a last minute casting their games, man, I think this team might take it all the way. I'm not saying they're gonna win every round, every little matchup here, but they've just been looking really clean with the aim. They've been looking clean with the
Yeah.
protocols, and I like everything they're doing. Honestly, Nog.
Uh, as do I, and I do want to point out actually, this pool of maps that these teams will be playing on have not been seen before. Um,
Hmm.
this is the first time anyone has seen this map. Uh, 18 brand new maps for this finals. So we get to, in true due process fashion, there is no map knowledge. They have to figure out the strats. They have to figure out the meta of these maps in the little time that they have. And they already have a 3-2 split drawn out for the side of Arise. 3 going manager. They're going to torch this green door out to get button control while also, actually, they might have changed their mind. Yeah, it might be Zigalo a little, they're kind of working things out, figuring out how many people they want to send that entrance, but there will be the 2 entrants to play through Teller, to play in accounting, and maybe get some long eagles. There's a large chunk of cover there, so they can't see too deep into accounting from entrance. Um, but the three people up on that manager push are going to be kind of the PowerPoint, I would imagine, for Arise to get control of the map, to get that button, and then the reconvene lobby to kind of play through Teller potentially, maybe even out loans with the attacking side.
Yeah, I feel like on this map here, obviously this front entrance is always a dangerous little spot. In this Teller's area that we're seeing Sinister sit in here, you can actually get some nasty picks right off the rip. And that rotation back into that hall kind of leaves the map open for your team. So as long as you keep control of this little area of the map, it should be quite dangerous for the attackers to come in here and do something. And it looks like Arise is actually opening up this entrance and going into Teller's at the same time, opening everything up, kind of scouting it out here. Barbed wire in the front entrance might slow
Ooh.
Juker down a little bit here. And it looks like Lacking actually catches Photon off, and trade goes back and forth. Roach catches Lacking. And they're pushing in the front here and doesn't know about Loaf, but he shows himself, and Sinister gets rewarded for it. Takes out another one of the players from Arise, but Juker has something to say about it and takes Loaf right back out.
Yeah, suddenly it's a 2v3. Make that 2v2. Make that 2v1.
Ooh,
Dot
the
now
kills are
in
going
the
back and forth.
very difficult position to fight these 2 guys with just the tub. Super great gunplay from Dune there to get those 2 frags.
Yeah, and it looks like he's opting for the shotgun, but he gets caught out in the front lobby. Dots is looking for a kill. We saw him whiff yesterday, but not today. And we're in a 1v1 here, and the front lobby is going to be their shooting grounds, but Dots is backing up. He's running away. He's holding that door. Molly picked up, cycled from Noon. And the door gets peeked open here. He knows something is close. He smells it. He wants it. There's a minute left on the clock. But that angle's a tight little angle, and he might get blasted here by Dots if he pushes in too quick.
Oh!
Ooh! And Noon
Wow.
taking what's his for the first round of our finals match here. And man, that looked good from both sides.
Yeah, that was a really well played initial hold by the defenders there to get the 3 kills very, very quickly. Of course, Photon losing that initial opening duel against Lacking, but he was traded back very quick, and Roach even got 2 out of that initial opening. But they couldn't convert that to a round win. They couldn't convert that to a round win. Finally diffusing here now for Noon. He's got a big AK. I hope he pulls it out so I can see how much ammo he has that in, or has in that thing. I imagine it's maybe a mag and a half or so. Maybe even 2. Maybe even 2 full ones. Recovering the clacker. Great recovery on the side of the attack. Way to play the 2 lives they had left.
Yeah, that was looking a little dangerous there, Nog. And honestly, I talked about it yesterday with Troy, but coming into this finals best of 3, we kind of knew that these guys would be on their best game with the aim. And man, we saw it coming down to a 1v1 on the very first round. And I wonder if that's kind of a precursor to what we're going to see for the rest of the day here out of these 2 teams, Arise and Last Minute. And Arise is on the board 1-0, back on the attack. Nog, what do you think about this map in terms of trying to hit this bomb up from the attack?
Kane,
What's What's a good strategy here?
Excalibur bomb at the center of this conveyor section. This office has pretty good line of sight onto it, though there is a spot you can sit, I think, on conveyors here or just behind it to defuse without office being able to see you. Power deep to the right of the map here, kind of off in a cubby. It might be a little bit difficult for the attackers to get to, and they might not even want to play around it. Again, looking at this map, man, this is a really, really big factory map. There's a lot of ground to cover. I personally like that the door charge at dock. They can play in through storage very quickly to get kind of some walls around them for cover. Yeah, there is that, of course, spot on the forklift there that can get a good angle onto docks, and there is some head glitches you can get, especially people playing in trucks, to get a lot of initial damage down onto any attackers that might be pushing into here. It does look like actually the attackers might be interested in going for power based on the arrows they have drawn out. Yeah, like I said, office is a very strong position, so it looks like the attackers want to take that with that grenade placed there. Good barb on the toxic to prevent the attackers from being able to push it quickly or even jumping from that railing over the toxic onto that stone there. It's going to make it a little bit harder with that barb. Maybe possible if you plan for it early, but you might take a little bit of tick damage.
Yeah, and
going into execute now. Noon, of course, with that big AK he picked up the last round. I get to see how much ammo he has on it. It is 2 full mags now, so that is a very strong gun for the attackers to have.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of ammo to have too, and it looks like they're just going to open this up right away. Hack getting busy with it already. And I think
they've pivoted to a full
farm.
green push, it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, and server farm's going to be opened up, and they have all of the boys here ready to go in and take some heads off. But office is going to get sprayed through by Sinister, and that's a lot of damage Zigalo's actually going to take right off the rip. Things are slowly starting to get cleared out, but Sinister takes out Zigalo, and Juker takes out Sinister for that. It's that trade.
Very nice wallbangs from Sinister there. He heard Zig on the stairs and just sprayed through the wall and took him out with the low HP he had left.
Yeah, and Locking is actually watching for this untoxic, and they're actually going to post up on this door that goes into office, I believe, and Brody's also on the other side of this. Doesn't know about dots, though. He's going to get sprayed at, but no damage taken. Brody is looking for something, but man, I think this is going to get a little crazy here. As soon as this door pops open, we're going to see a lot of gunfire go out because this door is sprayable. And actually, he concedes the space. Backs up, says, I don't want none of that in office. Office is open now for the attackers to take if they'd like. Yeah. Roach is also backing up here on a different angle. He knows they're in toxic. Trying to get a spray, but gets absolutely blasted by Lacking. Roach out of this round, and the defense is scrambling to find something, and he finds Brody. Brody gets blown up with a shotgun, gets obliterated. Molly onto office here now. Noon is posted up over toxic.
Health advantage for the defenders here. Noon's very low.
Takes out Kai as well. These gunfights are getting a little bit crazy here. 2v2. The attack is on the bomb. Dots knows about it, though. He's got to start pushing out, looking to get this guy off the bomb, and he sees him, kills him. Noon is on.
Let's go!
Oh, my gosh. Whoa. Nasty plays at the last minute there. Dots to secure that round for his team. And we saw him yesterday on that shotgun on that little rat angle, and, man, he's showing up today for sure.
Great kill by Photon onto Lacking there deep into the round. Really exceptional play by Dot on the shotgun. He managed to get Brody before the flash blew when he was trying to push through those stairs that they were staring at each other through that door through for a long time. And then he had that such a long flank to get all the way around like that with the shotgun. But it paid off. Noon on the bomb with such low HP. Dot was able to kill him from a good ways away with that shotgun. Taking cover behind the bomb, he won that last gunfight, securing that round for the side of last minute there. Very, very well played by Dot on that shotgun. Going now into Lock Odysseus. Wow. It's a very open map. Lots of line of sights from base, from perch, from deep into this jungle. You can probably sit on these stairs, get a tight angle here. There's power is kind of deep corner here near this pit door, which could potentially be a quick take for the attackers if they wanted to. Observation though marked out here, which is very strong. You get lots of line of sight through the TVs on the walls of obs. You can get a lot of information to kind of work with, positioning and stuff. And it does look like, oh, there's actually 2 charges coming out here. A wall into pit, which they will have to jump to cross, which I do really like. It'll give them cover a lot faster. They won't have to worry about pushing out through water or anything into all these lines of sight from the defenders. And they can take out anyone who decides to hide in pit, especially on this door. A defender might come sit right here to kind of watch, to defend against this obs push. Wow.
Yeah, and again, with this round, I want to see kind of what kind of stuff the attack or the defense is going to take out, because again, this map caters to the long range weaponry, and as you can see, there's that really long sight line coming down from the southern part of base all the way to the bottom of the map towards observation, and it looks like a couple shotguns still in play here. We're going to be seeing Kai on the auto shotty. He's posted up here in jungle, up on this platform. Photon as well, opting for that longer range weaponry, the Igmar. We've seen a lot of play from it. It's a really nasty weapon here.
Photon's a really good ranged weapon player. Black Tar is his specialty. He's also exceptional with Igmar. We're already in the map for the attacker side as we are executing now. I really like the fake pressure obs, the slow walk by lacking.
Yeah, that is really nice.
It's going to be unexpected for the defenders, I think. Actually, Sinister, even with the molly out, he might still be ready for it.
Ooh, it looks like a couple shots popped off by Juker trying to find something in jungle, but he just can't because that op is gonna find him, and it's still being watched for over here on the beach. That beach is gonna be really dangerous to push out of now, and now the attack's slowed down by Amali on this part of the map. Lacking is slowed down. Yeah, this is gonna be really dangerous for these defenders to be peeking their head over here when you got the Saber as well. And it looks like Noon actually catches something as well, catches Kai up here, and this whole part of the map is now opened up for the attack to do whatever they want. 4v2, Lacking catches Dots. And Sinister has got to do something about this. They're already on the bomb, looking to defuse. He's hiding underneath this jungle bridge, but he's got to make his move here. Catches someone out, finds a pick, gets traded out for it. Brody on that pick. And now Lacking's left all alone to do it, but he just can't. The round is over. And that was so punishing from the attack. They got up on beach, took those sight lines, took everybody out, and said, "Hey, jungle is ours. Get out of here."
Yeah, I really liked that attack from Arise. The split was great. The slow play by Lacking over onto that red door. Sinister had a molly up the whole time. He was kind of ready for that blow the whole round, but that molly went down. It slowed down Lacking a little bit, if at all. He was kind of sitting outside just to get picks early on, and then the execute together onto site. They got bomb control so fast, took out so many defenders in such rapid succession that the defense couldn't really recover from it.
And again, I want to take account towards something. Taking Nomad off of this squad is probably going to leave quite a big of a difference. I mean, I haven't seen Kai play myself yet, but Nomad was really kind of the forefront of taking some of these fights yesterday and some of the other matches we've seen. And again, this might be a little bit to the detriment of last minute. And as you can see, they looked a little bit uncomfortable there, a little bit of confusion going on once the bomb was tapped, trying to run around and figure out what to do. So I wonder how much of an impact that's going to have into the game today, because again, I don't know Kai that much. I don't know what he's cooking with in his kitchen.
Yeah, back onto this Elephant Thundering now. This bank map that we saw first round. I'm curious to see how different the Arise guys play a defense here. There's not a lot of util drawn out for the side of last minute yet. They do have a door charge and a clack, so that'll be maybe even 2. No, just the 1. Okay, they'll be going manager as well. Similar play. I think entrance manager is very strong to get lobby and accounting control, because button is right there in accounting. This long angle from Lone's desk that Arise has drawn out all the way into manager is going to be very nice. They might have an Igmar or something. Yeah, Noon on that Igmar might be playing that position or something like that. Zig with a auto shoddy, perhaps playing in the teller, or
there's a lot of tension towards tellers over here. There's a lot of
server, I guess, is gonna be playing in
here.
Maybe he'll be playing servers, maybe to try and shut down a rotate or a push through there from the attacker side. But we're gonna execute now. This door will be blown pretty soon. Looks like it's a 4-1 with Photon being solo entrance here to just try and get picks.
Yeah, and Photon might be the head of the spear here as he opens up entrance doors, and those mollies are already getting prepped by Juker here as well. Flashbang's about to go out as well into Tellers. Dots pushes up on that door with a shotgun. We know what he can do with that, especially with an extra 50 health here. Windows getting opened up, and the sightline's being taken here. This is kind of nasty if you can find something on it. And Juker also kind of pivoting in and out of Tellers looking for something. Still a 5v5. Minute 45 left on the clock. Molly getting prepped to be thrown towards that door that the attack is looking to push through here. And those flashbangs are going out and they're pushing right in.
Low,
Clearing some space. Ooh! And Arise goes crazy taking out the attackers. And Kai has something to say about it, actually. Kai, the only one left, 1v3. He has almost no health left to do anything. And man, it's hard to do anything in that situation as Lacking takes him out.
Yeah, that was a great molly.
It down. Yeah, Rise is looking really good right now.
Great molly. It killed Sinister, Rise. I think, from full HP. Arise really good push back into this accounting play. They had their initial deaths, and then immediately they had reinforcements there to take the fights again to get those trade backs and things.
And it seems like the attack had a lot of reinforcements, but they just weren't ready for what was cooking on the defense there, and that was a little rough, to be honest. I was kind of shocked by how quickly they were taken out, not able to find anything there.
Yeah, I actually missed Photon's death. I don't know if he died at the front of the bank there, or if he rotated around and died in that push. I kind of lost track of him once that push started on the side of last minute. But we're back on to Excalibur, Arcane Excalibur, the bomb centered on the conveyors. A lot of similar lines being drawn actually by the side of Arise to what the defense from last minute had. Positioning similar for this green door, positioning similar for the toxic push. They have the spam drawn out from the knack. Maybe even they'll take a Dawn to spam onto that wire. No charges or anything placed for the attackers. They might attempt. Oop, just kidding. There is a wall charge on Doc. They'll pivot to that door, which I agree with. I think it is better. They do, yeah, like Loaf, Sinister Loaf just drew out. They do have a line of sight from Office, I think, onto that red door. Maybe not. It's tight, but I think they have one. This corner.
Yeah, no.
Here,
yesterday we saw that Dawn come out a lot for some of those sprays under these walls, because the amount of ammo that you can lay, the amount of shots you can lay down on some of these entrances makes it so difficult for the attack to do anything. And I wonder what we're gonna see from the defense here if they're gonna be pulling it out. It looks like they're actually opting for some more longer ranged weaponry here. I see the Ingmar coming out, an AK or two, an SMG here and there.
I guess theoretically this wall on the Office is penable by weapons other than just the knack, as far as I know.
Yeah.
It looks like it's not a full thick metal wall. Again, attackers deciding to go for this dock play up through sorting, perhaps to get cover and out on dock. The defenders are positioned to a degree for it, but also mostly focused on this green door, which no one is approaching from the side of the attack. This could be a quick execute, quick take from the attackers here.
And that wall charge goes out, or sorry, not the wall charge, but the charge actually goes out, and they're opening that up towards the dock side of the map, but it's being held for by Brody here on the op. And he sees something, smoke goes down, and he's going to reposition here. There's nothing left to hold with that gun, and they're getting in here pretty deep. Last minute. He's already taken a large amount of space here on the map, and this opens up plenty of sight lines to try to find a pick here, but that op goes absolutely nasty and finds Sinister on that angle. And he's looking for another one, knows there's got to be more. The team's flooded in, and they're looking for things to try to focus their attention on. And he saw someone who was right, if I believe, and we're switching over to another camera angle here. Dots swapping a gun out for that black tar. And he gets lit up too, and Arise is not letting them have any more space on the map. They said, Docs is enough. We're not going to let you have anything else. Roach gets taken out.
Yeah, the longer this push is stalled, the harder it's just going to get for the attackers, the more damage they're going to take. Another goes down. Another. Oh
Arise is in full control here, and Photon's left to do something about it. He's backed up with his black tar, and they know the angle that he's on, and I don't even think he's going to get out. He gets absolutely blasted from the back by Brody, and Arise looking in complete control here on this map.
Rise really shut down that push. They had all the positioning that they needed to get the crossfires and the winning angles on that position. They didn't have a saber on the side of the attack, so they couldn't challenge the mop comfortably. I think that slow play with all of those people there was just they needed to move quicker. They needed to play with smokes. They needed to get cover. They needed to work up into the position where the attackers had all those long range weapons and use their close range APs to take them out. But they never got close enough to even. They didn't even kill a single guy on the side of the defense. There, it was just a slaughter.
There's no extra set of protocols there to take that space.
Yeah,
the smoke went down initially to get them in, but then there was really nothing else to push them in. And that mop, like you said, it's very dangerous on those angles.
Back to this kill dome. Pit being one of its notable characteristics. A very similar barb placed on the perch here on the side of defense, and on both ramps they're gonna have barb as well, it looks like, for forcing the attackers to kind of push through. When Arise was on this map, they had a double charge. They walled into Pit and also blue observation. There's no utility. I guess they are forced to go green, huh? They lost. Oh wait, yes, this is the last round. They lost the Clacker round 1. They lost the Clacker round 2. They are forced to go green. Forced to play through that, and I don't know. That's gonna make it really hard.
It's gonna be rough. They're gonna have to do the all boys to the beach play, and that can be a little dangerous here, especially since the defense still has that op. And I'm assuming that's gonna be posted up near this jungle, overlooking that whole northern part of the map. And it looks like they're actually gonna put someone on the Ingmar near beach, but he might just be setting up here. A couple barbed wires, obviously, going out towards base. And there's a lot of them playing on this northern side of the map, knowing that that's the only option is to really go for that beach push on that green door. And you can see all of them flooding out of that truck, getting ready to take this beach base, but the defense is more than ready for it here. And base is truly going to be a battleground here. Molly goes out to delay. And even a frag grenade's picked up by the defense.
Yeah.
And they have that prepped too. And if they're not ready for this, this is going to be nasty. And Kai gets taken out by Juker early on into this round. 1:45 left on the clock. And this nade is getting prepped for some nasty work here. And let's see if he can find anything.
Oh, not much damage.
No, it doesn't find anything. Doesn't even do any damage here. Door gets kicked open. Beach is open. The defense is ready for it, though. They do hear it. One backs up a little bit, and that Ingmar is going to find a little bit of action. Again, conceding the space, getting ready for it. And they're actually going to give up base and push back here.
Force the attackers to play into their lines of sight now. Not going to take too many dangerous battles. They have the double Ingmar down the super long lane on Juker and Noon here. Brady with the mop. He misses that shot and it allows Roach to kind of get down into base there. This is looking really rough for the attackers already. I mean, there's the smoke coming out. They'll take the space, play into Pit, which is a good choice, I think.
And another mop shot going out from Brody, looking for another pick, knowing they're still on beach, kind of held up here. And Dots is actually pushing through this map, turning off the lights, looking for a kill, and gunfight doesn't go his way. Photon, though, trades something back for Lacking. Lacking gets taken out, and this Ingmar in this angle might spell trouble for these attackers. And Photon's on the other side of this wall, but there's a shotgun. Does he know about it? No, he doesn't. Gets taken out. Noon gets rewarded for it. Roach is now pushing in. Flash goes out. Pushes the same angle. Does he know about this guy in the corner? Yes, he does. Auto shotgun can't do anything, but doesn't matter. Arise is rising to the challenge and taking down this last minute team, devoided of Nomad. And that might be a big difference maker here as we go into this next round. What that means for this last minute team that's looking a little bit shaky, making too many mistakes. And this is looking dangerous, Nog. This is looking very unfortunate.
5-1 already in favor of Arise here. Last minute, it seems like they haven't had a lot of success with defense or attacks. They've taken the one round. Is that, I don't know if this is true. Oh no, that's right. Now Kuza did take 2 rounds against Arise in the quarterfinals, I believe. So this is not the first round that Arise has lost this tournament, but it is the first round that they have lost in their last 3 games. On to now a C-Store, a Malice Burning, a theoretically attacker-sided map based on previous statistics on the C-Store, but it is a relatively big entrance that the attackers would have to play through. Yeah, you see Zig already drawing that line of what the attackers might do with a push. There is the wall charge coming down. That does seem like the most comfortable way to play this map, I think. You can kind of play through Freezer. I agree, like how Photon drew out there to get arcade control, and then they don't have that position onto bomb, those deeper angles that they could play in. Yeah, where Zig just drew his line. Bathroom seems kind of interesting. I think you could wall charge out theoretically if you wanted to double charge. Or like, an office into door charging teller would be good if you want to try and open shutters. But power in arcade makes it hard to stop the defenders from just turning that off and preventing you from even opening it.
I really like this
Attackers have pivoted
here. I think the entrance play could be big, and also opening up Freezer, you kind of deny the defense from playing anything in that southern part of the map, and they're really forced back into tellers, arcade, bathrooms. And again, there's a green door on office, so you could even send one of your attackers up there to also hold that window once you push it back. So lots of options here for the attack.
Yeah, I do like this Freezer push. I want to see how it goes for them. With that barb down, it's going to be kind of hard for them to get through, especially with maybe people playing storefront with an angle. But with the torching of the shutters, they'll be able to kind of shut down anyone playing in storefront here. I think their late execute onto the bomb is going to be where it's going to be the most difficult for the side of last minute, as the attackers or the defenders in Arise will probably have a lot of control over the storefront still, and the teller that they'll have to play through, but they will have the cover from arcade, so I'm excited to secure and defuse.
It looks like they're opening up this Freezer right away, and Dots is getting prepped with a flashbang here. He's got a shotgun in his hand as well, and if this Freezer gets taken, it's going to be really hard for the defense to even hold front entrance. They're going to have to back all the way up to that desk that they're posted up on right now. Juker holding that angle from Freezer, and they're actually going to concede it already, knowing that there's not much to do here already. And Arise Noon is also prepped with a Molly, which is going to get thrown out to slow him down a little bit. A lot of damage taken, and Juker actually gets rewarded. Guy taken out of this round, shock and ready for it, though. Auto shotgun gets swapped out here. Dots finds that kill. Now it's a 3v for the side of Arise, and Spray's still going out from the side. And the shutters get opened up here, and the defense is actually willing to take things into their own hands. And
really smart play.
Yeah, that's a crazy play. Juker and Sinister also getting a pick here himself onto Juker. That trade goes out. Now it's a 3v2 in favor of Arise, and the auto shotgun gets picked up by Dots here, and we know what this guy can do with the shotgun. Sneaking up, trying not to make too much noise here, but expecting that he's going to turn this corner here soon and open this door, and he's ready for it. Dots gets taken out, lacking, ready for anything, and he's close to the bomb, ready to protect it with his life. And again, Arise is looking like the kings here on top of their hill, not letting anybody get even close to the bomb. They're going to take that round.
Already a 6-1 for the side of Arise, going into a second attacking round for last minute after they had lost a clacker. They didn't take Torch, so they still have that available to them, but this is, 5 rounds in a row from last minute is required for them to even tie the game. Whoa, this is another C-Store.
Ooh,
that's 2 in a row. We don't see that very often.
Yeah, I like this. This
if
looks interesting.
Ever, I think this liquor is kind of hard to play through, I would say, from the attacker side. You have to do a lot, especially with this kind of here. But again, Freezer is pretty easy to take, I would say. Yeah, you could also do the opposite of someone playing in liquor, watching the Freezer push out with a barb here. It'll make it really hard for them to get in through the storage. Double wall coming down. They'll take control of the power so that the defenders cannot shut it off to prevent them from taking the teller button, but this teller is really tight, super small, and they have this angle here from potentially liquor to play with. But this will be very quick from the attackers, I would hope. There have been a couple situations where they have played really slow and allowed the defenders to kind of get ready for their executes and stuff. So I'm hoping that they are just ready to execute really quick, blow into arcade, flash once, get the wall charge down, blow again, have control of bathroom, and push into teller very, very quick. If they play this slow, the defenders are going to be able to rotate over, potentially get flanks into arcade, potentially get flanks into bathroom, have a better position on the bomb, especially with, you know, like that position that Roach just drew. That is a really nasty little head glitch you can get as a defender to stop an arcade push there.
And I was about to say the defense has a lot of options here for angles that you can kind of post up on to deny any part of that map control on storefront. And I wonder if anyone's actually going to be sent over to storage, because again, we've seen it. If you lean too hard into one of these sides of the map, it makes it a little bit difficult to actually execute bigger than you'd want to. And it looks like there's an auto shotgun coming out the side of Zigalo, and the attack's actually pushing in fast this round. Yeah,
yeah, there goes.
Yeah, this is not good for them. Kai actually gets a huge kill onto him there, and the auto shotgun goes down. The wall is now opened up, and that whole part of the map's open, but do they know about this guy in storefront? Dots is close. Sees him a little bit, jiggle peeking the corner. He's running back and forth looking for something, but he can't find anything, and Dots gets sprayed down. Taken out, but the attack's already on the bomb. They're going to pressure the defenders to come out of their little rat
flank
corners.
On noon.
Something about it. They're actually taking everyone out. Crossfires go crazy. Photon gets a kill. Raid's going back and forth. It's a 2v2. A minute and 20 left on the clock. Things could slow down here, but I don't think they will. Roach is jumping for some info here, but does he know that Juker's on the other side of the bomb? And he's holding for it, trying to stick, but that he gets swung and absolutely taken out. Juker on a huge kill on Roach. He's going to have to do a lot here. 1v2. Photon, can you go big? Finds the first one. Juker down, turns the corner. Ooh. Oh my gosh, and Photon, in the moment when his team needs him most, does something in the last minute and goes absolutely nasty with it. Huge for the side of the attack.
Yeah, Photon, he needed to win those gunfights. Black Tar in his hands. He has an advantage, of course. Though it was quite close range against the shotgun and a big AK on lacking. So that was a very, very difficult position to be in. He could have died very easily to a crossfire at the end, but he killed the shotgun. He turned, dodged the bullets. Matrix style took out lacking.
Nog, I think that's what we saw yesterday. What made this last minute team so successful is they were able to push in and be so concise and so damning to the enemy team, and just you're so unforgiving on these angles, and you saw that they got in so fast and gave the defense no time to think. And that's exactly what you need to do against a team like Arise, that obviously their defensive protocol is very nice. And it's 6-2. Arise is still in the lead, but if we can see a little bit more out of last minute like we saw last round, I think there's a possibility of maybe sneaking in here and maybe trying to tie this game up. But that's a long shot, and we're going to have to see Phantom do a lot more if we want to get to that point. And he's got that auto shotgun on him now too.
Auto shotgun. I wonder how much ammo that had, because I think Zig died instantly with it. I don't think anyone on the defensive side got to even shoot a bullet. Maybe one or two. But that thing is basically full for the attacker squad. They are planning this green push. Of course, I think they have to. And this green door through this window, the defenders are really setting up for. So I'm not entirely sure how I feel about them pushing this window. It's into such a small, confined room. With that barb there, of course, they could torch it, but there are wall bangs that you could kill the guy who is torching the barb through. Very heavy play onto the right office side of the map. It looks like they're going to have 4 defenders playing on these little position circles that have been drawn out here.
Yeah, this map is really dangerous with some of the play that can come out with these shotguns. And yesterday we actually saw a player on last minute Dots go absolutely crazy with a shotgun in a corner that was unchecked. And it actually looks like Juker's actually also going to opt for that Dawn that we talked about so much yesterday as well. A little surprising to see.
I'd like to see the Dawn come out. This is effectively I feel like the defenders can eco this round if they'd like. Bring a Knack and a Dawn for spams and stuff is a good way to do that. They have the Ingmar on Noon. They have the AK on Lacking. And then Brody with the Gruber SD. I think those Lacking and Brody are very good with both weapons they have. Ooh, great Molly, actually. That was a great use of that.
It's all doable on these kind of maps where the walls are literally made of paper mache, and you can actually see the sprays going out from Zigalo. Roach is going to spray him right back, though, and Lacking takes out Kai. Kai gets absolutely blasted with that AK, and Super Shorty coming out, looking for a kill, and he does a ton of damage.
Ooh.
Sinister goes out, and he's looking left and right, taking people out with that Super Shorty. Roach is now pushed up in this angle, looking for a kill. It's just him. His whole team has been taken out. And Arise is going to take that nasty work from them to take this game exactly where it needs to go in their hands, taking the first match of the best of 3. And yeah, that's so difficult for the side of last minute there. I mean, like we said, this sub coming in and Kai, not saying that he's, a bad player, don't know much about him, but taking out Nomad out of that lineup has obviously had quite a bit of an effect here as Rise takes it 7-2 over last minute. And we saw some sparks, right, Nog, out of last minute.
Yeah.
We saw a couple of players kind of pop off and try to bring it back, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, they did have a couple rounds where they were looking pretty nice. It looks like last minute might be probably favors defensive side of gameplay because they did lose a lot of those attacker rounds that they were double attack forced onto. Arise looking so good on the defense. They're working so well together. They play their crossfires together. When someone is pushing on flank, they're engaging on the front side of the fight. They're so well coordinated, and they're so good with the weapons they have in hand that it's just looking really difficult for this last minute team to kind of bring it out for them. I mean, we'll be going into game 2 soon here, and I hope last minute is able to make some adjustments, especially on the attacking side. A lot of those rounds slow play, I think, initially, maybe a little nerves kind of prevented them from acting quick and getting some of those early advantages in positioning and health. I think that's something that they should kind of work on, being a little more quicker on their execute on attacking side. Their defense looked, I mean, we didn't really get to see much of it, so I really can't comment on it too much. Arise looked really good on on the attacking side, and they had some great plans to shut down a lot of defensive strategy that last minute had. So I really hope that this last minute roster can make the adjustments they need and play a little more confidently, a little more quickly to get to these gunfights before they are taking more damage than is really acceptable for the attacking side on this point.
I couldn't agree more, Nog, and we're actually gonna go ahead and ask you guys to check out Due Process League on Steam here. It is pretty good price, and we have some new stuff coming out with the game, so go down there and show some love to some DP, Due Process. Yeah. Check it out.
I Heart DP.
I Heart DP. The stickers are coming out soon. They're gonna be airdropped over all major cities close to you sooner or later. We're going to go ahead and jump into a 3-minute break here as we take a little bit of a breather before the next map.
See you back soon.
Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna get into this game too here soon, but we're actually gonna show some love to DP again. Just another little reminder to maybe check that out.
Yeah, available now.
I think while we sit here and just talk about it a moment, I talked to you when we went into a little break. This Arise team is looking so nasty on this map 1, and I can't believe that I'm saying this, but Nomad might be the only man that can save them at this point. They might need to bring this boy back into the call, get him into the game, throw some headphones on him, and just get him in there. Honestly, get him in there. I want to see my boy back.
Yeah, I mean, with the way Arise are looking, Nomad might not even be enough to turn this, to take this to game 3. I'm really hoping that the last minute squad can kind of bring it back, work a little closer on the attack, and execute a little quicker. The round they did kind of take down, even though it was down to Photon at the very end in that 1v2, that was the round they played quicker on the attack side, and found success there. I mean, I have the stats pulled up here, and Arise are I mean, they're playing so well. Noon topping the board with over 2k damage, 100% cast on Noon, Juker, and Lacking, contributing to the game 100% of the time. Ingmar on Noon, KRU on Juker, AP for Lacking really doing well in those attacking rounds 3 that they had.
Yeah, the whole
was
team.
his best gun there.
Man, the whole team looks so good, and again, I didn't get to watch too many of the Arise games, but yeah, I'm excited to see what we have coming out next, because obviously you said some of these newer maps that we're seeing in play here, things are getting scrambled up, and they're still able to execute. You know, it doesn't mean anything for them. The aim is still there, the game plans are still there, and their protocols are really beautiful too. I was talking about it on the cast the other day, but some of these teams on defense are just okay with conceding the map control and just playing a little bit slower with the util that they have, like the mollies. And man, I think Arise have been playing it to a T perfectly, and the only rounds they've lost is when they have guys like Photon popping off and kind of taking the game back into their favor. And we're actually going to be jumping into this game here in a moment.
We're in now. I see the map. Quarterback Zeus, another C-store. This is also a map that I have not seen before. I hope we got it right. No. This is another entrance that looks very nice, very appealing for the attacking side, and it looks like we did switch it up a little bit, so Arise will be playing double attack this game. Last Minute will be playing double defense, so we'll get to see a little bit more of the attack from Last Minute. This will be a good chance for us to see if they have adjusted, if they have made adjustments, the adjustments that they need to for these attacking rounds. And we'll get to see a little bit of some masterclass defense work from Arise here. I do like the arcade seems relatively decent for the attackers. It's a very small room that you're going to have to play out of. You do have 2 exits effectively through Liquor and 1 into Teller. That funnel out between Liquor and Teller is really difficult to play through. I think 1 molly could shut down your push, that barb there especially. And then there's also this deli counter that defenders can get a peek over. Yeah,
and I want to
even
call
a
attention
deeper
to
angle like Zig Drew.
Entrance over here. It looks like they're going to be posting someone up on that, and it looks like Storefront's also going to be stacked up onto. Tellers is going to be being played as well. Sinister is down here. Oh, no, my bad. Noon is down here. Yeah, they're actually going to be setting this up quite interestingly, and it looks like they're already opening up some spots on freezers to kind of rotate in and out from. I really like that too, because this map is really tight once you get suffocated by the attack, and they're getting right in there, actually, getting right to it. This door is going to get blown open on this side of the map towards arcade. Spray's already coming out. Photon kind of in the front there looking for something, and I want to see what's going to change here from Last Minute. There's a lot to be seen from them, and we've seen a couple pop-off rounds from Photon, but I need to see it out of everyone else here. Roach needs to wake up. Mel,
I will note
the coffee.
I will note that Brody is no longer playing for the side of Arise. Sachi has come in to take over. So a new player, a new fresh meat for the side of Last Minute to eat up.
Yeah, and it looks like the attack's already in here in arcade, spraying down. Sinister is actually looking for a pick here. The wall is going to start getting sprayed through pretty quickly here, though, and some utility getting thrown out. I don't know if this is a flash or a smoke, and a molly actually stuns them. Or doesn't stun them, but slows them down. And Sachi's on this angle kind of looking for info. He actually can't shoot through that window, but he can shoot through the little hole below it and give someone a mouthful of bullets here. And the attack is kind of slowed down here again.
Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult.
This is what I was talking about with the slow play of last minute.
Ooh, and it looks like Arise actually takes Roach and Kai out. Noon on the back of that. That's a huge pick. And this Ingmar is also holding a nasty angle here over Bomb, and Sachi's on the right side looking for some sprays. Ooh, and he gets destroyed with a super shorty. And oh my gosh, Juker is popping off today with that gun. I think that's the second time that we've seen him go in and be rewarded for getting cocky with that gun. And I love to see it. I love to see those types of plays. The attack was so slow on it, and the defense said, you know what? We're going to take this round into our own hands. We want to take this grand finals and be done with it.
It was very nice play from the defender side, but I gotta say the attackers were playing so slow. It seemed like they had their initial plan ready to enter that arcade and maybe take teller control, but beyond that, it didn't look like they really knew what they wanted to do with that round. They didn't even get the shutters open. Dot rotated all the way back around to kind of assist with the arcade push there. I think there was maybe a plan to do that. There wasn't anything drawn out, but he was on the other side of the map, and I mean, they couldn't get out of that arcade. They barely even got into the storage room that was next to it.
Yeah, and that's something we were looking for them to change up today, and it looks like they just couldn't, like, between the games, kind of squash their differences in terms of what the game plan was. And I'm really curious to see who's actually calling some of these shots for the side of last minute, right? Because they have the ability to go crazy. They just need to get in there and be brave enough to take the space and not be slowing down like we just saw them do. That's a little unfortunate. And Arise takes the first round of this second best of 3.
Yeah, Arise playing very well, have been playing well on defense this whole time. So it's just so hard for this last minute team to kind of recover and play their attack rounds out, it seems. This is a pretty big kill house map. It's very, very long, very tall. Red door towards the south side and towards the north side. There's no charges placed on the map, but this might have been a door charge, or maybe they were writing about spams, because there is this piece of cover that the defenders can kind of sit behind and spam and have some of their body protected from return fire. Barbed wire down in construction, barbed wire at this green door are the two choices for the defensive side.
Real quick, I just saw
green push. Looks like we'll be focusing on the southern side of the map for the side of attackers.
I just saw Juker actually throw down a flare on one of those tables to maybe try to deny some presence if those lights get turned off, which I think is quite interesting. Again, kind of prepping, getting ready for some. Yeah, a flare got thrown down on the ground there.
There are no lights on Kill House, so maybe he's just bringing that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. It was a little weird. But it looks like they're going to open up the side of the map on loading dock, and attack's getting read into it. Photon's pushing up. And again, these walls in this map are, again, literally made of paper mache. You got to be real careful with the sprays, and Dot actually gets sprayed up a little bit, takes a little bit of damage, and Photon getting a kill onto Noon. Juker actually trading it back onto Photon. Running around in these hallways, looking a little dangerous. And again, the attack is in the spot again where they take the first piece of map control, but a little slowed down, and Bigelow's got a Molotov to kind of slow this down, and Sinister gets a pick on the Juker. And the kills are going back and forth with the team, but it's in favor of last minute right now for the first time in a long time. They have the man advantage 4v3.
Yeah, they're really
on this angle.
They're really focused on this hall where office is open. They killed the guy there. They could just all pivot to moving down that way. Going in through construction, which no one is playing in. Now, auto shoddy in there. But again, I mean, it's just slow play from the attackers.
Yeah, it's
they were
very
stuck in
slow.
that initial entrance for a long time, taking so much damage.
There's only 30 seconds left. They got to do something here. Flashbang going out. you're gonna push this pretty quick here. You only got about 15 seconds to hold that defuse, and Sachi's got something to say about a spring down on the angle, and the auto shotgun's on a very tight angle here as well. And Lacking takes out Dot, and they're just gonna get traded back and forth. And Arise is taking out everyone here, and Roach is the only one left in a 1v3. I don't know if he's got anything to say about it, and the wall's getting sprayed through just looking for anything, and he might just have to back up and concede the round, but it's a kill on to Zigolo. Something at least here, and again, the attack is slowed down to a turtle's pace. Nothing left to grasp at, not even straws. Suffocated out of the round, and Arise takes another one here, inching closer to the victory.
Yeah, really, really well played early round from Arise, getting all that damage done through the spams and stuff. I think it was Juker, maybe, who had such a super tight angle from office through a blue door and a green door. He got a kill on Photon there immediately after Photon killed the Noon, so he just killed Noon, so he traded back very quick. And I mean, they did again. The attackers, the side of last minute, they really do, like their name would state, wait to the last minute to execute on a lot of these attacking rounds.
Yeah, and they're really living up to that. Honestly, Runog. I'm kind of shocked by how slow some of the rounds have been, considering that they have had plenty of utility to go in and push off those flashes, but it's looking like it's kind of their detriment here, right? You give the defense all that time to kind of think of what's going on in the map and reposition and take control of things, and no space is being conceded, and Arise is playing it perfectly. Like we saw in those crossfires, shotgun was close, other guns were backed up a little bit. It's so hard to push those angles. There's really nothing they could have done there. And going into this map, again, I want to see what last minute can do in terms of what they have and haven't used, and they do still have a clacker and a charge, which could be pretty big.
Yeah, they might even be double charging here with this line and security. They might try and wall charge out to get control of the button, which I don't know how I feel about that. I do like the server's charge to get manager control because you can flash in from outside very easily. There's, of course, this window into the manager that they can play off of with this door, but having security control, you can watch the flank very easily. Having manager control, they kind of only have one way to come in, so playing with 3 there seems a little excessive to me, but maybe they just want to secure control there. Having the 2 play through entrance and just sacrificing themselves for button might be what they are going for to secure this last round on attack, so that they at least go into their defensive side 1-2 instead of just that 3-0. And
exactly. And it looks like the attack is actually going to start off the round by pushing out here towards the entrance and the backside of the map. It looks like that's actually going to be the place that's going to be opened up here. Kai is going to be the first one over here. He's got the door charge. Going to be placed down. The clacker is going to open it up right after. And Sinister is actually going to leave him alone there with Photon. And actually position back to the front. And Photon is going to be also pushed up in this angle, but it looks like they're kind of waiting for maybe this front push entrance to be initiated first before they decide. And Sinister is here right behind them, and it looks like Photon's actually already in here. Yeah, the space is being taken pretty quick.
The defense has been kind of quarantined off to just the entire right side of the map. The Zigolo might die for a second time in this series to a wall charge. It doesn't look like he expects them to blow right there on the button. I don't know if he just doesn't have... Yeah, there he goes.
He gets taken out there. Sinister. And actually, Roach gets taken out by Juker as well, and kills going back and forth inside of this server room. Noon just killed themselves. That's unfortunate. And Arise again is just taking all these fights. There's nothing last minute can do. 3-0 on the defense for Arise to start off this second series of best of 3. And man, I don't really know what to say here. This is looking like a bloodbath, and Arise is in charge and large at the forefront of these games.
Yeah. There was, I mean, written out on the map, they had the 3 people they wanted to put servers with 2 going entrance, but they ended up pivoting because the guy with the clacker went to server side, and there were already 2 other people that went storefront, so they entrance, so they ended up with 3 people entrance, which wasn't really necessary. Photon and I don't remember who was with him. Might have been Kai or Sinister Loaf. I'm not entirely sure, but one of them both of them had black tars in that close quarters, and they lost those gunfights. They never actually had manager control before they opened up the vault, which I think might have been a mistake from the side of the attack.
And there's actually a lot of little mistakes coming out here from last minute. I think there's things that I am again a little shocked. I came in here today saying I think they would be the ones to take this best of 3, but it's looking like a little bit of a different story here. Arise has recruited Sachi, and he's looking good, and the rest of the boys, you already know what they do. They're laying down the hammer and taking names, and I don't know what else is to be seen here from them, because they're playing a pretty perfect game so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, now at least there can be kind of a mental reset, swapping to defense, swapping sides for the fourth round here, going into the second half of the first set, the first 6 rounds. So maybe last minute we'll kind of be able to readjust and kind of fix some of their play a little bit. Defense is a very different play style, so that might just be more of what they are ready for. Lots of drawings on the map from the attackers. There's so much communication happening for this team. They have the mental edge, they have the momentum. It's really looking good for them, and you can tell based on how they are talking through all of the plans they want to do. It looks like it's going to be a full green, actually, with just 2 torch holes in the entrance. Take freezer, take storefront, play towards bomb, force the defenders from the right side of the map to rotate back over. We're in execute now. It looks like it's going to be 4 people storage with just the 1 guy storefront. Oh, just kidding.
And they're getting in there.
The torch, so he's going to have to go there.
Yeah, and Juker's actually on the other side of the map here, not playing with his team, but the attack is actually pushing in pretty quick. Arise taking lots of space off the bat, and this is actually going to get torched up here, and he's going to have a nasty crossfire, but Dot might have something to say about it. Noon takes out Sinister, and Photon takes out Lacking. And there's already so many picks coming out here on the map. Zigolo takes out another one. Noon takes out another one as well, pushing in deep. Ooh. This is a little chaotic. It's a 1v5 already, and he gets taken out, and Arise just look way too good for the might of last minute yesterday. Looked like they might come in here looking to say something, but no statement left from them. And yeah, this might be over very quick, Nog. This is looking very scary for the side of last minute. Every round looks like they just get lost in the sauce, and there's really nowhere to go for them. They just have to sit in their spots and eat bullets.
Yeah, I mean, this is you could see the duality of attacks. One, the last minute is so slow and trying to get picks and get as much damage in early as they can, while Arise is just so confident with their push. Noon was into bathroom before the knack player in there even knew he could be. He just moved so quickly through that freezer to get in there. And man, Arise looking so confident, looking so strong with this roster. I mean, these players are crazy. Yeah. And last minute, I really hope that they can get a few rounds here to kind of turn the momentum. But in the position that they're in, it's going to be so hard. And Arise are just looking so strong, man.
Yeah, we need to see them. We need to see them mount a comeback here. And the other thing I want to point to with Arise is they're just not afraid to take these fights. And I think on the other side of things, in the last minute was on attack, it seemed like they were just a little bit scared to push anything. And that might just be from the straight up aura that Arise has garnered here over the last couple years playing the game. So I totally understandable. But dude, I saw some really nice stuff out of last minute the last 2 weeks, and so I need to see that. And I know Roach was one of those players, as well as Sinister, that I was kind of talking about being that type of spear, being part of that core that would actually bring them to a victory. And it looks like they've been quite quiet today. I know Photon popped off a little bit in our first series of the match, but yeah, there's a lot left to be desired and a lot left on the table. And last minute needs to show us something here, especially on this map, because shotguns can go huge, and it looks like they're already bringing out 2 of them.
I actually think the plan that Arise is going with might give Last Minute a little bit of a better chance of winning this round. I think getting into this hall is so difficult. They'll nade that barb, so they won't have to worry about pushing through it, but the wall bangs that the defenders can have from club, from deeper in hall, they can have someone positioned, from office they can be spamming through this blue door. Even in sight, they can shoot back at the person placing the wall charge, and having mollies ready in lockers if they do end up bringing any. It doesn't actually look like the defenders. Oh, just one on Roach, actually. So there is one. So, you know, a quick wall like this can work wonders for your attacking team, but it can also be quite detrimental if you get slowed down enough and the defenders are able to kind of reposition for it. So we'll see how that goes. I am hopeful for Last Minute to win this round.
Me too. I want to see something out of him. And Roach is actually posted up on this angle with a Molotov, and loading dock is getting absolutely filled up with the attackers. Rise is getting ready too, and they have a molly of their own. Noon's actually ready for it. If this molly gets thrown, Roach is going to have to concede the space. Nade going out, pushing down the hallway, and Roach gets absolutely blasted. Noon looking nasty with it. And the space is completely conceded now. This hall that you were talking about is all theirs, and the sprays are going up to the wall to try to find anything. Photon looking for something that's not there, and Dot is also posted up on a nice little angle here on the bar. He knows his friend Roach is gone. Bigelow and Noon push in. They just don't care. Noon looking for another kill. Takes that Photon. Crossfires are nasty, and again, Arise. They're not going to let anyone stand in their way on their path to victory here in the finals. And man, oh man, this is a giant of a team, and I don't think anyone can take them down at this point.
5-0 for Arise already in the second game. I mean, you can tell the difference between the defensive side of Arise and the defensive side of Last Minute immediately as soon as green was entered by the attackers. There was hardly any spams from Last Minute into that loading area to get chip damage onto the attackers, which you need to do as a defender to get that HP advantage. You're already so behind on health at the beginning of the round that you need to get that chip damage in. And there was no fire at all into that loading bay. There was a molly that went down to slow down a push onto the bar, but Noon got through it and he got a kill for it. It is looking rough for Last Minute. They just need a full mental reset. They need to they need something to happen for them to get them in a strong position. I like this door charge personally. I like green. I like putting charges on green. It's very fun. A lot of the times the defender won't expect it. Like this one also, getting into security very quick seems very nice, but you don't need to blow this entrance. You can kind of just do it. Even out, yeah, maybe double charge or something. I don't know. They really want to do a green charge door, or a green door charge.
And I'll say something real quick. I don't want to cast or curse this, and I don't think I really can at this point, but I think Arise is going to take this 7-0. They are on something right now, and with the way they've been looking and entrance being open, I think they're going to just storm through there straight to servers and try to take that map space right away. And obviously that switch is over on security, maybe the other side of it. But yeah, I think they're going to get in here really fast. I think they're going to finish this game 7-0, man. They look so good right now, and everyone on the team is hitting. And we saw last round Noon on that shotgun on the attack. There was no one that could stop him off those flashes, and it is so strong, especially with the extra 50 HP that the attackers have. It's so hard to stop that from happening, and I think we're going to see it again this round because they have so many defensive weapons that they picked up from last round, and this is going to be really difficult now for Last Minute to do anything about it. And a guy that we talked about earlier, Photon, is actually on a really powerful weapon here on the map.
Yeah, on the map.
I know. If anyone that could say anything about it, it would be him.
I mean, the attackers, the only attacking gun that they have is the shotgun on Noon. Everything else has been looted from defenders.
The front door entrance getting opened up right away too, and a riot shield comes out as well. I didn't even see that, and Kai's getting ready to throw a molly at it to maybe slow it down, but Flashbang's coming out, pushing in deep. Noon's on the riot shield.
Flash.
That space is conceded, and that molly is thrown to kind of slow them down, but I don't think they're going to be able to do anything about it. Jupiter takes out Roach. And the barbed wire is getting melted here. Flashbang going out to the crossfire. Keeps that. Seeing them scatter like flies. Kai gets taken out. Sinister gets taken out. Last Minute's getting absolutely swallowed up here by the picks. 5v2. Photon and Dot are left but now it's just up to Photon on this mop.
Oh,
What can
man.
he do? He can do absolutely nothing, showing disrespect with a super shorty. And Arise is... They're just looking so good, dog. I don't even know what else
It's
to
so
say. I've
beautiful.
praised them so much, man.
I know. It's so beautiful. Their attacks are so coordinated. Their defenses are so coordinated. They're just picking apart this last-minute squad.
Ooh, and the aura walk coming out. The aura is literally glistening off them, and he's walking right into that pistol fire. And man, this is just, I don't even know what to say at this point. This
Yeah,
is just,
that-
it's GG go next. And there is no next.
That was the round that last minute needed to win. It's now 6-0 for Arise. At the very least, last minute can do is tie, and that's if they win 6 rounds in a row. I feel like they might be too mentally shot to make a comeback at this point. They've won 2 rounds in total in the last 2 games they played against this team. We're going on to a very open factory with, of course, a reset in utility. So the defenders at least have everything that they can play with. Bomb out in the open for the most part. Storage has a very quick entry into office, which could be very nice for holding angles onto walkways and such. Ooh, this is a fun wall charge out onto some high ground boxes. This is very similar to the wall charge that it might have been Arise used against Cream Dream. I'm not entirely sure. If it was that game, maybe it was a different game. I'm remembering.
Yeah, and again, this map is going to be actually
Wall
very
charge on dock.
suitable. I think Arise is probably, obviously, they're here in the grand finals about to take it, but I think they're the best looking team overall in terms of protocols
absolutely.
and planning, in terms of actually pushing these attack-sided rounds. I mean, defense is one thing on a lot of these maps with powerful weaponry, but man, their attacks just look so clean and concise, and they're not willing to give up any space once they take it. And I think this map is going to be quite catering towards them to go ahead and finish out this map, finish out this series, and take that crown as the champions of our preseason DPL league. And I want to see if they do anything goofy here, because I think they kind of just wrote it on the map. You know, they're pretty much at the point where they know they've won. I wonder if anything goofy is going to come out here from that side. Just maybe show us something else. But
so I guess the one kind of grasp of straws that last minute has is the overconfidence of Arise going to this last round. There's not a lot of art or drawing on the map for a plan. They have a simple split in mind. There was a lot of smiley faces and stuff going on, so you know, maybe some of the players on Arise didn't hear the full plan and might make some mistakes in execution that the last minute can capitalize to you know, start to claw their way back into this game. Of course, they need 6 rounds in a row to do that, which seems, you know, almost impossible against this Arise team who has been showing such phenomenal gameplay the whole of the tournament, the whole of this series. Photon might die to this wall charge. Oh, it was close.
yeah, that was close. And it's going to get opened up right away, and Sachi's getting ready for it. Prep, and the flashbang is there as well, and looks like they're already taking space here on Toxic. Zigolo is slowly working his way in, and that dock gets opened up. The molly slows him down a little bit. Zigolo stood up on this angle too, making sure no one pushes through, and he's going to catch a defender just running away with his tail tuck. Thought is taken out there, and again, the aura is too much for this last-minute team. They're a little spooked out, and this barbed wire might slow him down just a little bit. Eyes on this angle watching for it, and little sprays going out. We have 3 players here up on this catwalk into this office space, and the 4v5 last minute already getting choked out of this round, and Roach is pushed up on a nice angle too. Noon is repositioning through Toxic, seeing if he can find another angle. And does he know Roach is here? Roach actually takes him out, but Zigolo trades another one back towards Sinister. Roach gets flashbanged, and he can't see anything, and he's getting absolutely destroyed. Joker takes him out. Kai is the only one left between this grand finals championship, and he has something to say about it. Can he hold off for another fight? He can. It's Zigolo is the one to crown them the champions of this preseason DPL league, and Arise are going to be your champions here. And man, oh man, what a game that was. It was quick and concise, and we have some new giants here in the league.
Man, Kings in Arise. That second game was just domination. there were maybe a couple things that you could go back and criticize them for, kind of some plans or some play that stalled a little bit or something like that. But I mean that it's I don't think we really should. That was just such a phenomenal display of how due process should be played.
Yeah, they put on an absolute clinical, and again, I don't know what to say for the side of last minute other than like, GG's, you tried your best, man. But Arise overall just looks like
Arise
perfect. They look perfect, honestly.
Beautiful.
There's no other way to say it.
That is so.
7-0 is absolutely disgusting.
I agree. No, man. Beautiful gameplay from Arise. Last minute, a team that came together, kind of, just before the tournament started, so they couldn't match the coordination of the team of Arise, who just, oh my gosh, I might go watch it again after this. That was such good gameplay from this team.
We might have to roll back the clips and see what our boys were cooking with, and take a little bit of inspiration from his teams. And I just want to say thank you to all the players that came out and played for this due process preseason. It was really fun to watch, really fun to cast, and I think we made a lot of good memories here, Nog. And if there's one thing that I can say is I think everyone should hop on over to Steam and pick up due process and maybe make a team of their own. Maybe get your boys on a call, play a little 5v5 action, and a couple new modes and maps coming out. So yeah. Go ahead and pick it up. You just saw the gameplay; it's quite fun, and man, it's been a great time, Nog, and I appreciate you guys inviting me out over here. And thank you to production.
Likewise.
Thank you to everyone that's been involved. Thank you to all the casters. Troy, my boy, otherwise known as Tori. Thank you for being out here with us too. We really appreciate you. Go ahead and check out all the socials for due process as well. We're doing a giveaway. You can go ahead and check that out. Maybe you'll get the game for free.
I heart DP in the chats. I heart DP in the chats. 5 more games, 5 more DLCs coming your way for a giveaway here. I heart DP.
Go ahead. Yeah, go check that out. And then we're gonna head out of here. But thank you everyone for tuning in, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their weekend, and take it easy, everyone.
Thanks everyone. We'll see you again soon.
Peace.